It has been too long.
It has been a long, long time, and
Curse
we're
you.
very excited. Couple changes we want to let you know about from an interaction standpoint and just others. First of all, someone will be active in the chat. We'll be around, but we won't be responding like instantly and as a group on or off camera this time. We're going to try and step up everything a little bit to what Cora no doubt had in mind. We're very sorry, it was our first campaign. You're good. I will be DMing. That's different. What else? Oh,
we're all playing different characters.
We're all playing different characters. It is an entirely different world. It is a homebrew world, which will go great.
New campaign, who dis?
Yeah. Shout out. And, I should shout out to our sponsors. We don't have any sponsors.
Zero.
So, if you want to be a sponsor, hit me up at badmoon@supercoolnerdshow.com. And we will get that going. We have some ideas for some benefits and some, minis and some stuff, and we're going to roll that out as we can.
Wait, you have an email?
Huh?
How'd you get an email?
I don't know. Some idiot.
Some idiot figured it out.
Yeah.
Stole it from you, actually.
I did. I snuck in and I used your internet tubes.
That's fine because I barely figure out how things work. So.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And also, we're going to do our socials at the top. Make sure you follow us here on Twitch, on YouTube, at SCNS Live. And we're also on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all of it. If you want to follow us individually and we want to give out our socials, you can find me. I don't even know my other Twitter one. Doa Drawings on Twitter or at BetterCat. I tweet and Insta pretty randomly. Not regular, but that's where you can find me.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CorodonoArt. Twitter is mostly just sharing a lot of Suikoden fan art and Suikoden news, though. So that's just a warning. There's not a lot of art there.
Suikoden news.
That's absolutely fair. I haven't done this in a minute. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at The Good Cast. I post fairly sparingly, but occasionally I do.
You can find me here exclusively.
Good for you.
She disappears at all other times.
I didn't think she existed between
yeah.
the end of the last campaign and the beginning of this one.
I mean, I didn't.
Is not perceivable.
Jason?
Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX.
Dope. Okay. Is everyone ready? Anyone nervous?
No.
Me neither. Okay.
I'm nervous-sighted. I think that's what the term is.
I'm so excited.
Is that a term? I don't know. It is now.
This will be fun. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tyranna. The year is 309 PS. Post Sanitatum, the event a mere 3 centuries before that changed the world forever, when every living being who could read simply disappeared. In the chaos that followed, many lost their lives, too young to navigate their way in the world. Within a few years, many more lives were lost. Not to chaos, but by the design of those around them. But soon, those that remained began to form communities. Then rules and local systems to govern. Nations were created, kings and queens were crowned. Heads of state were appointed, councils gathered, all of the structures that create power. And has always been the case, not all who gained power deserved it or used it for the good of everyone. In the nation of Lacros, the most powerful often turned their focus entirely to gaining more power. It became increasingly obvious how little they cared for anyone or anything except themselves. But no more was it more evident than East Lacros. The nobility mined the East for its natural resources heavily, often hiring those local to the area and underpaying them for their work, at least according to the claims of those who lived there. Tension built for a long time, erupting 3 short years ago at the battle for the Obsidian Mountains in all-out civil war. 2.5 years later, countless more lives had been taken without any progress towards peaceful resolutions. Invaders stepped in with their expansive military and skilled negotiators. Even with the help of the most advanced civilization of the New World, it took 5 months before finally a tense agreement was reached and a new fledgling nation formed in the east, the nation of Rextera. Over the last 30 days, normalcy has begun to gradually return to the villages of Lacros. Soldiers are coming back home and people's lives are starting to go back to normal, albeit under the watchful eye of Bayer's continued presence. Your stories, although they began long ago, pick up today in the small trading village of Footroads. Most of Lacros's wheat, corn, and potatoes are grown only miles from here. While that may not draw in tons of tourists, it does keep the village going and draws the occasional visitor, especially this time of year. It's harvest time. In fact, the Festival of Reapers is today. Although it would be difficult to tell at this moment that anything special was going on in the tavern at Weary Souls Inn. Weary Souls is S-O-L-E-S. Puns! Just one traveler and a barkeep alone beginning the day. Cass, would you like to describe your character?
Yes, I would love to do that. Okay. You see a high elf woman.
Stoned?
Hmm?
Stoned?
Stoned.
High?
Yes. Extremely. No, you see, she is, she's pretty tall, especially for an elf. She's about 5'8", 5'9". She's got long blonde hair that's in a ponytail and it's been braided down the back. She's wearing mostly gray robes with accents of this kind of blood orange and a sash that's the same
Blood
color.
orange.
She's so pretentious.
It's red.
They're gorgeous robes, pristine, a little bit too big for her, don't quite fit around the edges. She's got a little bit of baby fat, but she's kind of lanky. Like, she doesn't quite know where her limbs are yet. She's got, everything on her is absolutely pristine. She's got a pack that's that same kind of gray with accents of blood orange. All of it's very uniform look. She's got green eyes, and she's kind of sitting there. Her back is just rail straight, always in perfect posture, always smiling. She's just sitting at the bar.
And you see that the barkeep, the tavern owner, Rock, is he's this half-orc flitting around with a little bit of nervous energy that you haven't seen before. And he comes back to the table and he says, "What are you getting?"
Hello. Breakfast? Of any sort? Anything
Whiskey?
that you have? No.
That's what I have for breakfast.
Oh, do you have juices of, like
Tomato?
apple? Tomato. Yes. That sounds great.
Maybe
Yes.
orange.
Orange would also be good. Either one. And, eggs. Bread.
Would you want the eggs cooked?
I would, yes. You put it in a pan and...
There are different ways to cook eggs.
Right. I don't know. Maybe just scramble it around?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I nearly forgot. Something came in for you.
Oh. Wonderful.
Read it out loud, if you would.
I plan to be at the Weary Soul's first watch last, but I cannot. Carry on the Kestrel's business. You will hear from me soon. Learn all you can from those you encounter. Be transparent. Be grateful. Ember K. She left this here.
Who?
Ember?
Was delivered.
Right. What did they look like? Okay. Yes. Just the eggs then?
Okay, and he kind of fumbles off. What you would know, reading that, is that you had heard and now seem to have it confirmed that Ember is a Kalishtar. And Kalishtar are incredibly rare. And sometimes they're hunted for their, like, telepathic abilities or their things they're supposed to know or rumors or whatever. So when she signed it Ember K is the surname, but is also a code for the monastery that meant I have to dip.
Okay.
And the thing that said first watch is the watch until midnight, so it meant she was in danger, but she doesn't think anybody else is.
Okay.
She just had to leave, and it's those are about the only codes that you've established. There may be a couple others that mean not danger that I have not written.
Okay.
But yeah, the indication of the last initial is this is purely to do with who I am, because the monastery is so structured in some ways. She needed a code to be like, I have to.
Yeah.
So she's not there, and she believes her life is at risk.
But she doesn't believe that anyone else's is.
She doesn't believe it has anything to do with the monastery or Vader or
Okay.
anything like that.
Okay.
And that's what the K indicates. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so you're sitting there reading it, and Rock starts to shuffle back to the kitchen. And Jason, can you roll a strength check for me, please?
Ooh, that ain't good. I rolled a 8.
An 8?
That dice
Wow.
sucks.
Wow.
So the door is a lot...
First roll of the campaign.
Oh, this is gonna go great. This is gonna be fun. So the door's a lot heavier than you thought. Roll another one as you struggle with it.
Okay, that's a little bit better. 19.
Okay, so you struggled with it and you push it hard, and all of a sudden the front door of this tavern goes BAM!
This
And
is-
Rock goes ah!
This
Oh.
is on brand for my
And
character.
one of the biggest figures that you guys have, that either of you have encountered strolls through the door. And Jason, would you like to describe your character?
I'm a 6'8" green and black scaled Dragonborn carrying a very large warhammer and full shield. And I strangely have a tail, which I didn't mean to do that. Which kind of just waves back and forth. And I'm wearing heavy chainmail armor.
Rock is probably 6'2". So the fact that this guy is most of a head taller than him is just insane. But he strolls in, and you look around and you see just a barkeep and one person.
I look for the biggest chair that I can find.
There's maybe 5 tables, and all the chairs are the same size.
I walk over to a chair and looking around. And as before I sit, I turn my warhammer over and and sit in the chair.
Right before you sit down, Rock kind of rushes over and he's like, "You are big." Hello.
Yes.
Can I get you food or something to drink?
I'll have water and some sort of cooked meat.
Pork or cow? I think we have some
Yes.
horse, but we're not supposed to.
Yes.
Okay. And he shuffles back to the kitchen. The two of you are alone. And he's gonna be gone a minute, you suspect.
He's
The
about
first
to start
thing you
cooking,
hear
isn't
is
he?
a loud clang and an ow.
As I hear that, you kind of notice I go like,
It's okay, folks. Fine.
You okay in there? Yes?
Yeah, just scrambling the water, grilling the meat. Don't worry. Don't come back here.
Hello?
greetings.
Yes. Hi. How? It's good morning.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is. I'm new here.
And you've seen, from what you've seen, this is the first, like, elf that's not just a half-elf that you've encountered here.
I speak Elvish, actually.
And, you've seen a few dwarves, a lot of humans, a few half-orcs, a few half-elves, maybe even a wood elf, but you haven't seen any high elves, and their skin tone is, like, golden, right? Like,
She's got kind
distinctly golden.
of a yoga instructor kind of vibe.
Noticing her appearance, I greet her in Elvish.
Oh, hello.
And I answer back and, yes, I have studied your tongue.
Wow, I didn't expect that anyone would know Elvish. This is so amazing.
Well, I've had quite a lot of time with the books, and I've met elves in the past.
That's...
Many I have encountered.
Uh-huh.
On the field of battle.
Roll an insight check.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's real bad.
Jason, roll a deception check.
I have 0. Okay.
Good luck.
Wow, another 4.
7!
We are off to a great start.
You notice his armor's pretty clean for how many battles he says he's been in. Like, he's had some fights probably.
Yeah.
But like, you glance down to his like mid-thighs where you assume most people come up to. There's not a lot of blood like staining.
Of course, battles.
Yes, many battles.
Of course.
And my mighty warhammer.
Do you have a holy symbol external?
Actually, I do.
You have a physical.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Would I recognize?
Roll a religion with advantage.
Oh, that's very good.
That didn't even have to be that good.
16.
Bahamut,
Okay.
the dragon god of justice and fairness. Just that's about it, right? The platinum dragon.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's generally approved most places. Isn't a problem. And Jason, if you'd like to, you can roll a religion check as well.
Oh, ooh. Wow, I suck at rolls. That's a 12.
You know that you're standing in front of a monk of some sort.
May I inquire about your order?
Yes.
Then speak!
Oh, uh-huh. Well, and I actually switch back to common. Well, you know, I, part of a monk, the Order of the Kestrel Dawn. And
Oh, the Kestrel Dawn. Really?
yes, you're
interesting.
familiar.
Interesting. Yes, I've heard of this.
Well, it's wonderful to meet another another person
Yes.
that knows, things about... Hold on, I have to look something up.
I've encountered many things in my travels throughout this land.
I'm like, is that true? Like, you may have heard of her order before. It's not an unknown monastery.
Wonderful. I'm...
You
I
know
don't
what
know,
a kestrel is. A kestrel is a small bird of prey.
Yes, quite.
It's the smallest bird
Do you,
of prey.
Jason, know what a kestrel is?
I do know what a kestrel is.
Oh. I do as well now. Yes, I came here, I'm here to help with the new, country. And, I'm here to provide you with, whatever you need. We're...
I too am traveling this land. I am from another part, the southern region, and I'm looking to spread the good word of my people and the teachings of Bahamut.
And what is the good word?
That I am for justice and fairness
Okay.
and that not all Dragonborn all Dragonborn are fierce warriors, but we're also, we have a softer side, if some would hear that.
Yes. Well, what is your name?
My name is Alibroth, of the clan Drarud.
Drarud?
Drarud, yes.
Drarud.
Did I just spell that for you?
That would be amazing.
It is Drarud.
Alibroth Drarud. It's very nice to meet you.
Some have called me Al. I'm not sure why.
Would you like to be called Al?
Not particularly. It
No?
seems a bit short of the name, doesn't it? Almost like cheating.
Cheating your name.
Yeah, you say the whole thing together. You don't just say one.
Alibroth
I-
Drarud every time?
Alibroth is fine.
Just Alibroth.
Yes,
That's not like half cheating?
well, no, that's a clan name. That's quite.
Oh, okay.
It's not proper to say the clan name. You just say the name.
What
I
if
would like to be
just-
referred to as Alibroth, if you mind.
Alibroth.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
So, Rock comes back in around this time. Surprisingly,
I sit up a little bit straighter, like.
your orders
Same.
are correct.
Oh, wow.
He holds a small plate and the glass of water in one hand and sets it in front of you, and it has what does indeed appear to be scrambled eggs. You didn't specify how many. You would guess about 9, which is maybe a lot.
That is a lot.
And then he walks over to Alibroth, and he has actually kind of a nice little meat trifecta on a much larger plate, and he holds a tumbler glass in his hand, and he says, "First one on the house," and it's just an ale.
Ale. Ale? Yes, ale.
People come here for alcohol a lot.
You don't have water?
Did you ask for water?
I asked for water, sir.
That's
But
what I got. Juice. But I do
Oh,
like
juice.
water.
I would love
He's
some.
like,
some
oh, and then he grabs from behind his back, and you don't know how this happened. An orange juice, sets it in front of you, picks up the water, sets it in front of him, downs the ale, and goes back into the kitchen.
And I start eating, but noticeably.
Very. Do you mind if I join you?
Not at all. Please.
Roll another. Roll a history check, and you have advantage on it. That's a very low DC.
Well, that's a 19 plus some other stuff.
The chip on his shoulder that's very evident makes sense to you, and will to most people. He is a chromatic Dragonborn.
Oh.
He's wielding a symbol of Bahamut, who is a good aligned deity. And most chromatic Dragonborn are more chaotic and more fighty. So it all lines up in some ways. And just about that time, you notice before even the door opens that there's kind of a breeze that picks up just a little bit. And I'm not going to have you roll a strength check. That was just for his intro. And in walks another character. And Mia, if you would like to describe your character.
Nervous. My character's name is Rani. He is an air ganassi. So he has light blue skin, dark blue eyes, and curly white hair. And he is carrying a bow. He's fairly tall, but not anywhere near as tall as Alibroth is. And he carries a breeze with him. So,
Like Febreze, like the...
no,
Jesus.
no one else might be affected by this, but you can see that there's wind physically like pulling at his scarf and like tousling his hair.
You know how like anime Bishonens always have a breeze?
I
Or
don't, but I
Dragon
have watched
Force.
Angie Tribeca with
yeah.
the detective that always has blowy hair.
That
There
Dragon
you go.
Force guitarist.
What's he wearing? Is he wearing anything?
He is wearing.
I don't know how
I didn't know what kind of campaign you were expecting. Everyone so far has been clothed.
Okay. You didn't describe what
Not all the time, but in public and when you see them.
That's fair.
Shock horror. This is actually a nudist ramp.
Yeah. You're gonna
That
have fun
kinda
being
look.
the only girl.
He is wearing gray pants that are kind of baggy, and he's got like a belt with some pouches, some leather armor, and he's got a big scarf on. It's not like a long one, but like a shawlish type one. And he's wearing what you can see underneath is a crop top.
I dig it.
Going
And,
back to the 80s. Just
His shirt is sleeveless.
Does he have any weapons?
He does. He has a bow and a quiver.
Right.
And he's also got a quarterstaff with him. That he's just carrying.
As you stroll in, you see one of the biggest fellows you've ever seen, and a high elf. You have encountered high elves, probably, at least in passing through your village. You might not have a great
Impression?
Yeah, not super great, based on just who has come through. Not awful, but just a little snotty. And I'm gonna say you probably have never seen a green dragonborn, and you've definitely never seen a green dragonborn with a tail. But yeah, they're sitting together, which is odd, kind of. And you hear somebody bustling about in the kitchen, doing God knows what.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. I'm just gonna go sit at the bar.
We're eating together. Would you like to join us?
Okay.
Seems great.
Come sit
Around
down.
that time, Rock comes back out and he's like, the door. Hello. Did you want food?
Sure.
What food? No menus, no suggestions.
Yes, plenty
just-
of meats.
And eggs.
But you see meat and eggs.
Does he still have it?
If he doesn't, I do.
Do you have some fruit? Some bread?
We have both.
I'll take those.
He doesn't ask what kind of fruit. He doesn't ask for any other specifics. He just
Can
wanders
I
back
also
into the
have
kitchen.
some water?
Water, fruit, bread. Water, fruit, bread. And he walks back into the kitchen. Ow! It's okay.
I love him. I have concerns, but I love him.
I'm so concerned about his well-being.
Um, is he in danger?
I'm not.
You've been there since like last night. He also greeted you last night. And last night there were a number of villagers in there. Everything seemed very friendly. You can roll a perception check because you weren't necessarily watching him specifically.
That's a 7.
He seems on the up and up. You know that you saw a child also around the bar area, which whatever impression that leaves you that was there. That
Did it
was
look like a human child?
You didn't notice. That was 7. But like
A
you
fair
notice
inquiry.
A child
There's a child somewhere.
behind the bar, not incredibly well supervised, but checked in with. So
In a
like,
bar.
Yeah, like it wasn't like he was being trapped or whatever. He kind of wandered around at his own free will, and then he played a
Like
puzzle
the dog
game.
at the bar. except it's a
Basically.
child.
Yeah,
I mean, same difference.
so the dogs usually serve people.
And you know that this inn was recommended to you.
Okay.
He's
So it was the only inn in the village, it turned out, but like doesn't matter. They said it was a good place to stay. You didn't ask about a barkeep, but like the villagers seemed familiar with him, so
Okay.
you have no reason.
Yeah, he seems okay. He seems like he's okay now. I'm not sure if maybe dangerous to himself, but like not to us. I think
He walks back out. He has a whole pineapple with his hands, some day-old bread, no other fruit, and a glass of water, and he sets them in front of you.
Is that a whole pineapple? He's just set on the table.
He's like, we just got them in, and he's clearly very proud because it's an exotic fruit.
do.
Give me one moment here. I'm gonna break the pineapple in half. Do I need to roll a strength check for that?
Roll a dex check for
Well,
that, not
damn.
to get like stabbed by all the.
That wouldn't matter. I have
Juice
just
directly in your
scales.
eye.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, I rolled well,
not a
with a
high
dex.
DC.
It is a 17. So
Oh, easily.
there you
You manage to get the juice in the perfect, like, halves. You make little cup, or 2 little cups as you break them apart, but you don't know what to do with the half with the leaves on it because you can't
a
set
little
it
bit
down.
easier to access with that.
Thank you.
Have you ever had pineapple? You probably have.
I don't know if I would have had pineapple.
Yeah,
You would
I think
know.
with an island, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it's a coastal thing.
So I would know.
You
that
would be
this is
familiar
not
with it.
entirely edible at the moment.
It's, you can scoop it out.
Yeah. Well, did he bring a spoon?
No. No, he didn't. But right now he's at the bar kind of like listening, but not like, but like super obviously listening. Like it's the most excitement he's had in a long
Aw.
time. There's 3 freak shows here.
I'd like to point out that Alibroth produced his own silverware from a small satchel.
I love
Fancy silverware, actually.
Um.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna pull out a spoon.
You have never heard of this custom where apparently you have to provide your own
Oh,
silverware
you travel
at
with
places.
flatware too. Oh,
Thank you.
it's an intelligent decision.
They gave. Yes, I do.
Yes, it's an
It looks
intelligent
very
decision to
clean.
make. I mean, you're somewhere. You know that you've just engaged in battle, and there's blood all over your hands. It's uncouth to grab your food with those
Is
same
there?
hands. You would want a utensil or something so you don't get the blood of your enemies all over your dinner.
Is that why you need this?
Yes,
She just
yes.
pulls out like some chopsticks and a fork, and she's just.
Yes,
Is that why you need these?
Yes, that's why I don't want the carnage that I have wrought.
You have a hammer. Isn't that more like a bludgeoning?
When I choose to use it, other times the claws. They're perfectly
You
good for
rip people apart with your
ridden them
bare
asunder.
hands?
Yes, many enemies have
Roll an
fallen
insight check.
to my.
You already have known that he's bluffing about combat, so I'm going to say that carries over.
18.
You've never seen anyone kill anyone with a spoon. And you've never heard of it. You feel pretty sure that he's bluffing. There is somewhere, there's lightware on what he's wearing. It's clear that he traveled a distance to get here. And there's some evidence
Grand
of like
battles.
scuffling.
I'm getting the impression.
You're getting that
that's
there's
a
not
little
just a
exaggerated.
ton of combat, but that there was some, and you wouldn't want to go up against him. Maybe that kept him safe on the road.
Why wouldn't you just clean your hands?
I mean, of course I clean. That's just natural hygiene daily. disgusting. It's just
What's
walk
under your
about.
fingernails? Is it nice?
Huh?
Is there dirt under your
No,
fingernails? Okay.
no, there's not. His claws are actually they look pretty good.
Are they very sharp? Like filed?
I mean, yeah, probably. No, not like filed, but
Like
natural,
clawless.
kind of clawless.
Yeah. Like hacksaw
So-
and stitch.
That's what I was thinking.
When you tear enemies asunder,
Yes.
do you wash your hands before you eat?
Well, I mean, sometimes you need to, get your nutrients back immediately following a battle. It's rather taxing. The
Wouldn't you
whole
just
thing.
eat some like jerky or something?
I'm sorry. What is that?
Jerky?
I'm not familiar.
You want jerky? He
Jerk?
shuffles into the kitchen. You feel pretty sure he's going to get you jerky.
I think I will have that whiskey.
Jerky?
He did not
What is
hear
this
that.
thing you refer to?
course
Jerky.
It's like
Dried meat.
Oh, yes, plenty of dried
Yes.
meat. Yes, of
usually,
course.
like salted, and you put some like garlic or like
He's
a
on his way
barbecue.
back out and he's like, salted! And he walks back into the kitchen.
No,
You're not sure how well
So
this was
I,
dried.
I'm sorry. Explain. You dry the meat
you yes, you like. I listen.
with garlic? That doesn't make any. Why wouldn't you just
No,
like?
you don't try
Garlic!
You would make like a nice saute with it.
Her soul exits her body.
I mean, if you have the meat there, why dry it? You just slice it very thinly, put some garlic and some of the salt in there, do a nice stir fry, and
Right, but this is like something that you take on the road. That you have.
Jerky travels well.
Yes.
okay.
We seem to agree on a lot. What is your name?
My name is Rani.
Rani?
Mm-hmm.
Rani?
Rani.
Like the character from Doctor Who?
Who?
Never mind. That's an awesome character from Doctor Who as well.
Greetings, Rani. I am Alibroth of the clan Drarud.
Is there a name you prefer to go by?
Oh, Alibroth is fine.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a very...
I noticed the bow. Very familiar with that weapon, are you?
Yes.
I've engaged in some archery as well as my brothers and sisters engaged in it all the time. We were required to go out there and launch a few arrows at targets. It just the sun.
Roll another insight check.
I get the feeling that claws would make that a little difficult. Insight?
Snap.
It's 11.
Okay. That part is true.
Yeah.
You gather that he is well trained. He's very comfortable with his hammer. He might take one of your arrows and like check its balance for a second. Like if you allowed him to, like he knows.
He's been trained.
Yeah.
Yes, done a little bit of it myself. Not much for it, especially in the throes of battle. Then I just get the old hammer and just. That's the battle cry I give as I bludgeon people. It matches the whole Dragonborn thing, the aesthetic of it.
Is that what you are? Dragonborn.
Yes, I am. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Octavia. Hello.
This
Your name is Octavia?
Yes.
quite interesting. She is from the Kestrel. She's a monk. Is that not fascinating?
You can also roll a history or a religion.
Hold on, I have to learn to read. 13.
You've probably
that's right. That's the
heard
picture.
of them. You probably didn't interact a lot, but maybe one came through. Although you didn't personally interact, they have a very good reputation. They're trying to. They ask a lot of questions, but they haven't harmed anyone that you know of. They don't tend to engage in a ton of scuffles or anything. They mostly just show up and ask a ton of questions. Seem very interested. Yeah, they have a good reputation that kind of cancels out the high elf thing to an extent. They've done well.
Okay.
And what brings you to this tavern on this day?
I'm following the wind.
I noticed the wind came in with you as well. Is that a normal occurrence that happens?
Yeah, that happens.
I rather thought it was following you. You're saying you follow the wind.
Yes.
It doesn't follow you.
A little bit of both.
Fascinating.
You've probably never met an air genasi, either of you. They're pretty rare.
Upon hearing that, Alibroth actually takes a book from his bag and just, okay. Well,
Is he writing down?
the details of what he just heard.
Octavia sees him do that and goes, it does the same thing.
That tracks. So as you three are sitting there and Brock is messing around the kitchen, the door opens yet again, and this time someone different again, very different, comes through the door. And Cora, would you like to explain?
Alright, you see a gentleman about, average human height. He appears human. Comes in the door. Stop giving me that look. At least it's not teen height this time.
Some rank here.
Human height.
Like 5'7". I think it was like 5'6" or 5'7" is what I put down. He's got tan skin, like fairly tanned skin. He's got white freckles. He has white hair that's kind of floofy, but he's got like one side braided, like to the back here. And he has white eyes as well. He's dressed in varying shades of like white, black, and gray clothing. And he's using a quarterstaff to kind of like feel his way around. You actually notice when he walks in the door, he keeps his hand on the door until he gets further into the building. And he's like staring straight ahead.
Octavia, do you notice an interesting fellow that just walked in the door?
You, Jason, cannot whisper unless you...
You can hear. You can clearly hear me through that.
I can hear you.
The mic has to pick you up.
I'm sure the mic heard me too. Did you see that interesting fellow that just walked through the door?
Hello. Sir, do you need some help?
I see.
Would you like to sit and eat with friends?
Oh. I guess that'd be alright. And he goes in the complete opposite direction of your voices.
Roll a perception check for me, if you don't mind, Cora.
19?
You listen for a minute, and it's clear that at the moment, those are the three in the room that you heard the scuffling from are the only people currently in the room.
Okay.
You can sit wherever you like, and you would probably hear some rustling with that roll, some rustling in the kitchen, but there's nobody out here.
He has mistaken where the sound is coming from.
Do you know him?
Nope. I'm gonna go and gently guide him to the table. If he's
Do you allow yourself to be guided?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Alibroth will also clumsily jump up to. Oh my goodness! Let me be of assistance to you, please.
Oh, I
You
guess
hear
on
a chair
either
like
side.
scrape back.
oh, thank you.
I'll retake my seat.
Right around then, you see Rock comes back into the room. He's holding a bag, some garlic, and like a salt cube. And he comes and sets them all on the table. And he goes, "Did you want food?" Or no one wants alcohol, apparently.
If you'd be so kind, I'd like an ale.
Ale, that we can do! He's like, "I like your attitude."
Bartender,
Yes.
I'll have a drink too. Would you happen to have some sort of a red wine?
We have red. We have something else.
A glass of that, please.
Red wine.
Wine. No.
Well, there's several types of wine. There's a red, there's white. You can even have pink wine. I quite like that.
I would prefer the red. It goes good with the
It's
type
like
of meat.
paint. We can make paint with red and white.
No. Just the wine, please.
So he pours a glass of wine. He pours an ale. He says, anybody else? It is a festival.
Yes. Can I have what goes with eggs? A white.
More eggs, apparently.
I didn't. Thank you.
I'd also like, as Alibroth takes a sip of his wine,
Very dainty. He
Quite
comes
tasty.
back.
Quite tasty.
He puts
Very, very rusty.
he puts the ale in front of the three of you, even though some of you didn't actually agree to it and don't have to drink it. And he takes a fourth for himself and kind of leans back on the bar stool and just goes, "Festivals."
To the
and
festival.
That's the
Takes
festival.
the drink.
Yes.
And you guys don't have to drink it if you want. If you don't want to, the wine. He looks at you and he goes, "It's brand new," and he's very proud of that.
So cute. Very gingerly.
Thank you.
Of the ale.
It's good, actually. It has a light, like honey flavor. It's not a heavy touch for ale. It's you know that locally, because of the crops that they grow, they can make some microbrewed kind of stuff. So there's quite a few local. And he brought you probably the like pansiest one. And make a perception check.
13.
The one he kept for himself was noticeably darker. Like he was drinking the grown-up stuff.
That's fine. That's fine.
Did-
I will take.
Did
a
you
drink
want
from it.
food?
Can I get some bread and maybe some? Do you have apples?
Apples, yes.
I'd like an apple, please.
We have pineapples too.
No.
Okay.
Just the apple is fine.
Bread, apples. He walks back into the kitchen.
I think he's getting it at some point here.
He seems to be getting better at food.
Some clarification does need to be bestowed upon him. And
I'm not sure that they normally do food.
but, friend, what is your name?
My name's Branna.
Branna.
Hi.
Interesting name. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but are you without vision?
Yes.
Were you injured in some way?
No, I was born like this.
I'm sure you get about just fine, though.
That's what the quarterstaff's for. Just feel my way around.
And you've been traveling?
Yes.
Fascinating that you can make your way through that with no sight. I just For the
Where-
logs.
How do you know which direction you're going?
I don't really. It's just, you feel yourself way around, and if I feel something that doesn't feel like the path, then I just, keep going till I feel it again.
I meant more generally, like from town to town rather than building to building.
I tend to ask the people in the town where I am and figure out which direction to go, and they just kind of, position me and off I go.
Alibroth is fascinated by this and it actually does the
Roll a perception check.
I mean, will he notice?
it's
I rolled a 5.
You do not notice anything. You don't hear anything except some weird, choking sounds coming from Octavia, probably.
Is everybody alright?
I choked on my eggs. So where are you from?
Crap, what was my town?
Same every time. I'm like,
Trito.
what am I doing?
I'm from the town of Trito.
Where's that?
It's a small village. I will say you guys don't know offhand where it's from. So
Just a small little village off the, I believe it's the coast.
Were you next to water?
I mean, I heard it a lot, so I assume so.
So probably scale of 1 to 10. Probably
probably
coast.
water.
Probably coast if there was a lot of it. It depends on. Yeah.
There's a 50-50 chance there was water nearby.
Okay. Does anything sound like water that isn't water?
Ale.
Ah, that's fair. Could have been next to a sea of ale. Seems like that would smell eventually. It's not.
None of you have ever heard of a sea of ale. Sounds unlikely. But you've never been where
Feel like you
she's
would get-
from.
I've never been near enough to a sea of ale to know if it sounds the same as water.
I feel like you would smell it first.
Oh, I
And
was
then
going to
maybe
say,
hear.
all of you roll a history check. Not you. It's about you.
That's
Oh, that I did well. 19?
Okay.
14.
12.
Okay. Then you two, and maybe not Alibroth yet, recognize the accent as coming from Vair. It is a Vair accent. A country to the north. And some of the other things start to make more sense. But she's still got the bright smile plastered on the face, I assume. Yes?
very, very straight back. Perfect posture.
I was curious, who else do I have the pleasure of sharing the table with? I've heard several voices, but I think I only met one of you.
Oh. Well, greetings, friend. My name is Alibroth of the clan Drarud. If you couldn't tell, I'm actually a Dragonborn. I'm rather tall, and my scales are green. Is there anything else that you require as a description of me?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll again to see if you've heard of his clan. It's possible, although not super likely.
You don't want to tell her
Okay.
about
I
the hammer.
rolled a 3.
You're
You don't
familiar
wanna
with
tell
what
her about the
Dragonborn
hammer.
are.
I don't want to.
Hooray!
This-
You
this-
don't get a lot on this
I
side
don't know
of the
exactly
country.
how you're supposed to
Yeah.
So-
engage in this sort of
At least not that you know of.
function.
I think you can talk about your warhammer to pretty much anyone. It seems okay.
The sensory overload or anything. I'm just trying to be cautious with
Are you
how.
describing? Okay.
I don't think his sense of sight, you have to worry about it being overloaded.
That was happened before I was born.
Well, that was quite funny, actually. I've heard just the jokes. Yes, quite.
Yes, I'm also familiar with them. So what are you doing here?
Oh, just passing through. I heard there was a festival and I wanted to kind of check it out. See what kind of food they have.
There doesn't seem to be a lot of prep work. Not that I've seen anyway.
I haven't seen much either.
Well,
Everybody roll a perception check. That's dope.
okay.
Ooh, finally.
21.
15?
20?
Perception?
Yes.
19.
Okay. Actually, everyone hears a knock, but it is not at the front door. It sounds like it's coming from the direction of the kitchen, and it sounds like, with all of your rolls, from the outside. Somebody's knocking to get Rock's attention.
Rock, do you need help in there?
You hear like low voices talking, like it doesn't seem stressed or anything, like, but it all strikes you as very normal, and with that roll, like, you know, you're not concerned.
My name is Rani.
Did you
You feel
just
a
wave?
breeze?
Pleasure to meet you all. And I do feel a little bit of a breeze.
Well, normally that seems to be coming from Rani. It also might be coming from Alibroth, but if so, it will have a smell.
Excuse me.
You know, farts are quite funny.
You mean breaking wind?
Yes.
Roll an insight check.
Also really good. 21.
You know you fucked up. But he doesn't love the assumptions made about what he would find funny or interesting, and you see it on his face.
Yes, when I was a child, you know, kids
children.
Yes.
And the breaking of wind is humorous.
So I heard. I don't think so.
This is okay. That's going to be one for the books. Okay.
You write down farts are funny.
Apparently, thoughts are funny.
You all seem like a very dysfunctional, fun type of group.
We just met.
I'm just
Explains it.
traveling about the land and just passing the beliefs of Bahamut along and ensuring justice is meted out throughout the land.
You guys, the three of you, not Cass, roll an insight check. I'm going to say you have disadvantage because most of it is visual. If you want to trick them into thinking you're not panicking, you have to roll deception. And if you're...
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. What are we rolling for again?
You're rolling for insight.
Okay, insight, it's going to be a 26 because that was a natural 20.
Woo!
First 20 of the game.
20! Yay!
Thank you, little orange
11.
red dice.
11. You hear her breath pick up a little.
I mean, I rolled. I also
do the
rolled an
one.
11.
14.
Oh. You guys roll off because this is a tie on a skill check. Both of you roll again, and you don't have to roll disadvantage this time.
I just rolled a
Oh no, I rolled a 1 actually because it's -1.
Then we're gonna go with the. That's incredible, but we're gonna go with the 2. You
So-
hear her breath pick up some. It sounds like she's stressed. What did you roll?
14.
Okay, so you two know, you see, and you know exactly what happened. You know that she indicated that you would have a juvenile sense of humor and then couldn't back out of it. And she seems to be very stressed about the fact that she made a faux pas. And you know that it might be related
please,
to her traveling.
do not feel as though you have insulted me in any way. I'm learning new things about this land.
Yes, me too. I mean, I'm with the order, so I'm here to help.
Okay,
And
as am I.
Yes, so we're the same. And
Are we?
I wouldn't say exactly.
well, you know, I don't want you to think that I think any less of anyone here. You know, we are here to help the less for. We're here, so.
She
Thank
got
you very much.
better, but then she worked herself back up.
Are you quite okay? Is there something
Can I tell you something?
Sure, of course.
So, I'm here to meet my new mentor, but she's not here. So, it seems like I might be in need of a little bit of aid. Where are you going?
Nowhere in particular, actually. I'm just kind of wandering about.
All
If
of
we're
a
being-
sudden,
If we're being completely true.
from the back, you hear, "What?" And like, Rock comes bursting through the door. The first time you've really seen him hustle. And he just slams an apple and some bread in front of you. And he said, "The Reapers are coming!" Roll a history check. And you roll it with advantage because you're from here. And you roll it with advantage because of your
Well,
background.
this is on brand for Alibroth then.
Wait, hold on. Is that it?
This is a perfect role for this situation.
I need to change these. Okay, we're good.
I wondered if this would be hard to read.
It's because the 5 and the 2 look very similar. Because I thought I rolled a 1 and a 2. And I was like, that's not helpful. I rolled a 1 and a 5. You said a history?
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Oh,
10.
wow. So, nobody did great.
15.
Except
And
you.
you rolled a what? Okay. So,
Why do I know
all
anything
of
about
you know that this is not, that his face doesn't look alarmed. He is excited. He's over the moon. And with a 15, anybody who rolled 10 or above knows that today is the festival of the Reapers. And you know that what happens was there are large groups of traveling reapers that helped with harvests in this area, and they would go from city to city. And they figured out that at the end of the harvest, before Harvest Day festivals, their scythes were pretty dull. So they started putting on little shows with their blades while they were dull and couldn't hurt them much. And their skill continued to grow, and now it's this whole traveling like troupe, and they break them up into like forests, and then they do a city in the morning, and it was late morning when you got here, and a city in the afternoon. So they're probably coming from whatever nearby village was that morning to put on like just a little free in the town square show. And none of you have ever seen it with that role. But you've heard about it. And the reason some of you haven't seen it is more obvious than others. But they just like, there wasn't harvest close to where you were either.
Yeah.
You specialize in textiles mostly, so.
I think it's like a sort of circus performance thing.
Oh, like a street performance. I encountered one of those on the way here, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, on the road. These human gentlemen, they jump out and they had daggers, and they were like, "Give us your money." And then they became shocked, and it was an act. It was doing comedy, because then they were pretending to be scared, and I played along with it. It seemed like the appropriate thing to do, and I said, "You can't have my belongings, you scoundrels!" And I whacked one of them on top of the.
I don't think he's joking.
I whacked one of them on top of the head with my warhammer. Just, like Dragonborn would play. Like, we would hit each other, the horns, the crest protect you. And he crumbled in a lump. And the others, they screamed quite comically and ran away. It was quite funny to watch. And he stayed in character the whole time. He did not move until I had left the area. Quite amusing to watch. And the rest, they were like, "Oh, flee the Dragonborn!" I laughed so many miles after that.
I think you may have encountered actual robbers.
Oh, no. They it was quite. You had to have been there.
Okay.
It was quite funny.
Mm.
And
I'm sure if I had been there, it would be highly entertaining.
And I knew
Very
it.
funny.
And of course, it was all action. So I just gave him a light tap with the hammer. Just, and he,
Did they have blood after that?
huh? He was able to put his neck at the most irregular angle. Like a contortionist would. It was... Oh, I tell you, it was funny.
Do you want me to even have them roll?
Huh?
Do you want me to have them roll for
Roll
that?
for what? Like
Roll
it's...
for insight against, I guess, persuasion? Or do you want to just tell them?
Oh, this is a true story.
Yeah. You don't have to roll. It's a true story. Everything he says and everything on his face and everything in his tone matches.
Was this a human?
Mm-hmm. Yes. The costumes were ragged and dirty. They clearly put in a lot of work on it.
I feel like
So the
that's-
Reapers.
Oh, yes, I would like to see more of this street theater.
Rock busts back out, and now he has a hat on. And he comes up and he's like, "You owe 7 copper a piece. You can pay later or now."
I grab a gold and I give it to him.
He's like, I haven't opened change.
Tip.
Okay. Cool. Well, we are closing.
Oh,
And that paid for everyone. Everyone is good. Thank you. ma'am.
thank you, friend Octavia, for
Thank
covering
you very
the
much.
Yes.
the meats.
And he's like,
I'm
shh. He goes, shit, fire. And he goes back to the kitchen, evidently to put out the
That's
fire.
a strange fellow.
Well, I'm not feeling safe in here anymore. I'm just going to.
Why don't we go watch the Reapers or listen to them?
I would love to see more of this theater. It's quite interesting.
I would love to experience this event.
Do you know if it's interactive like the one I encountered?
Please
I
don't.
doubt it. I doubt it.
Oh, okay. I don't want to interrupt the performance,
Yeah. You also wouldn't want to risk injury to the performers since they're not prepared.
Oh, they're quite sturdy, I'm sure, right? Just a little.
Maybe.
Okay, it's fine.
Let's go. And I'll put out my arm and kind of guide his hand up onto it.
You're very sweet.
Do you all go into the
Yeah,
street? To say that this village has a town square would be kind of optimistic sounding. It has one main road through the village that has a welcome sign that looks new. Apparently they didn't even do that until recently. And there's not a town square so much as, the rest of the world on one side of the town. About 1/8 of a mile after you enter the town is the... And so it's kind of mostly open field with a farmhouse behind it. It's pretty small. But you guys walk out in the street and you see what you would assume is the entire population of the village headed out. You see across the street there's a little shop with it does some customization of clothing and stuff, and they're flipping their sign to closed. And you see all up and down, it's closed, things are closing, there's no explanation, no sign, no anything, it doesn't matter, it's a tiny village, and they're all headed towards the exit, I guess.
I'm glancing at the shop. What is it called? The clothing shop?
The textiles?
Yes.
It is called...
Not another foot pun.
Of course it's a foot pun. It's called Boots and Suits.
Totally worth it.
Boots and
They're
suits.
all feet puns.
This is where pimps go to get
So you guys join the throng headed towards the outside. It's pretty, you get a lot of looks. First of all, Alibroth is by far and away the tallest.
What a big ass hammer.
And then Rock was easily the second tallest. And then almost everyone else is between 6 foot, and you also see some dwarves and stuff, so 3 to 6 feet. But
Good
also
range.
pretty much humans, half elves, dwarves, maybe a halfling or two. You even see a gnome, one gnome family. You don't see any Aasimar, you don't see any high elves, you don't see any Dragonborn, you don't see any Genasi. You guys are a band of freaks. And the people are looking at you openly curious and not particularly trying to hide the fact that they're
Gawking.
staring, but they're also not, it's not any kind of aggressive, it's not angry, it's not anything, it's just open curiosity.
I like to point Alibroth has shifted back to his
They give you a wide berth.
What?
They give you a wide berth. They cut an imposing figure and you look mad-ish.
Are you upset?
To be quite honest, I heard that you have to appear rather rugged in these areas to prevent others from taking advantage of you. You lot seem okay. I'll admit. I put this facade, if you would, but truthfully, I'm not that bad of a guy. Yes, friend Octavia?
Would you scowl on purpose to make people not talk to you?
What? No. I do want to engage with people, but I've heard that it can be a rough area around, so until you get a fair assessment of your surroundings, it's best to put on a brave face and use your imposing figure to let those know that if they would mean you harm, that they would have a hard time doing so.
Might I make a little suggestion to you?
Of course.
I'm blind, and I've been wandering around this area for the last 2 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
Do I look like I've been mangled in any way, shape, or form?
No, I've honestly, despite everything I've heard from my brothers and sisters, it's been quite okay. I mean, I mean, we have street theater. How dangerous could the place be?
I think you can let your guard down for just a little bit then.
I think you would be correct. I do not enjoy being this rough brigand character. It's quite unnatural for me, honestly. I actually enjoy a good time, to tell you the truth.
As soon as your expression softens, you see this kid that's being carried over his mom's shoulder. It's just a little halfling, like, just tiny, and he looks at you and he goes,
"Well, hello there."
and
And
he
I've
just
been down
buries
as
his
far
face.
as I can for my height and like crouched down.
He
How are
gets
you?
shy. His face buries in his mom's shoulder, and
Oh.
she just glances at you and smiles, and they continue on. But it's clear that I had a noticeable effect. You guys don't have far to walk. You make it to the end of the village, and you see a wagon kind of turned into a makeshift stage, a longer wagon, and it's clear they set up for this in advance. They just popped the wheels off and it was a stage, so they planned this, and you see very much what you think of as traditional, like Grim Reapers. They're black head to toe. It's a little shiny, like performance fabric. Like, it's part of the whole aesthetic, and they have scythes in their hands, and once everyone gets out there and kind of settled, they're just standing with the scythes out. And once everyone kind of gets settled, they start kind of doing this little, at first in perfect unison, and you hear singing. The sound of the blades actually makes some noise, and is accompanied by some, like, a couple others in the back doing some, like, percussive and some harmony to it. So there's a lot to hear as well as see, and they start in what's clearly, like, pretty choreographed, not particularly interactive, but just, like, very celebratory for people in black. And it's clear they're meant to silhouette against everything behind them. And it's really cool. It's like nothing you've seen before, probably.
And probably nothing. Alibroth is clearly entertained and probably like, yes! This is wonderful, isn't it?
There is, like, a bucket for, like, tips and stuff that's there, but they don't reference it. It's not even labeled. You just see that's what it is, and you can feel their, like, joy coming from. These are people who work very, very hard for the season that leads up to this. And then this is like 2 or 3 days of performance, and they seem to be having as much fun as any performers ever do.
We didn't start out with any money, did we?
I mean, like, everybody started out with some, like, it was just the minimum. I'll say, like, you all started out with, let's say,
We can do that later. Just
15 gold, and you have about 10 left because you've traveled, but you've been very careful.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably low-ish because you had to travel further. So I would say you probably have 7, 8 maybe left. And you probably have most of yours because you're from not far off. And then we've talked about.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys just stay with everyone and continue to watch?
I'm gonna put a gold in the thing.
You see a number of other, like, silver and copper. As soon as you put a gold in there, though, like, there is somebody attending it, and he gives you a big smile and kind of bows, and he subtly just removes the gold. It's clear he's part of it, but, like, that's big money.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to leave it in the hat.
Yeah, I kind of nod to him and just give
I
back.
will drop a silver.
He bites it. Like,
Friend Octavia,
It's chocolate.
Friend Octavia, is that the traditional tip in this area?
roll history. You have advantage.
Oh, I do.
That's what I thought. You have no idea.
That's very much, she's like, uh-huh.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw gold in there. I'm just like,
Whatever you think is
You
appropriate.
make a perception check.
I'm going to do it anyway because I'm dumb as hell. So, perception, that's going to be a 11. I'm rolling so bad.
As you go to throw it in there, you do notice that what's in there is exclusively copper with a couple silver, maybe. You can choose to exchange
Oh, I'm
it.
still gonna do it because I'm
Okay, dope.
dumb.
You said it, not us.
Yeah.
I'm a little.
The guy does the same thing. He like bows at you and smiles big, and he removes it and pockets it to not
I
tempt
wave and just-
thieves.
Like I was able to do it too.
And so they keep going. It's been going about like let's say 20 minutes ish, and they've all kind of they're starting to take different spots as others rest in the spotlight, and they do a couple of short acts about reapers, jokes about whatever, and they do a little interaction about we came for your pumpkins, not your souls, and all that. And it's not anything mind-blowing, but it's still pretty fun, and they're keeping it moving, keeping it light. It's definitely something everybody's enjoying. Right about then, you hear a voice in your head. You have never heard voices in your head, but I will say you are familiar with several things. Like, first of all, you know that Kalishtar is said to be telepathic. You don't know anything about it. You just know that they are.
Sure.
And you've also heard of magics
Right.
that can put voices in your head.
Okay.
And in your head you hear, I don't know if this is going to work. Someone took me. I think maybe by the market, the old market, near foot roads. I can't see. And here, maybe a day, but I don't know what they want. Use your stipend or please try to help. And that's it.
Do you know who took you? Can you hear me? Does this go both ways?
There's no response.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, actually she would. She would. Are you... Is this Ember? Should I know what to do?
Are you feeling alright?
Who are you talking
Friend
to?
Octavia, are you okay?
Can you come with me? Can you...
Where
can
are we
you...
going?
Are you in distress?
Yes. I'm not sure. Can you come with me?
Yes.
Just real quick.
Absolutely.
Do I know where the market? Are we by the market?
You don't know, but go ahead and roll a history check. This has a higher DC, but you do have advantage.
Snake eyes.
There's been some terrible rolls in this
That
game.
is impressive. And
Well, what are the odds?
What world are
they
we
are.
in?
It's 1 in 400. I know that. Because, although it's I think 1 in 400
Fantastic.
because it's the lower number on disadvantage. It's the same as. No, it's 1 in 10, 1 in 5. I don't remember. Anyway, that they're both ones high.
Super high.
Okay, it's unlikely.
No, yeah, 1 in 400. Sorry.
Fantastic.
So I have no idea where I am.
You have no idea where the old market is. You're free to ask your companions.
I am.
I
I'm
will
not
say
rolling
this-
these again.
this-
Like I'm not. But
I will
there-
say
there's no-
she did mention the stipend.
She did mention this, and that's why I asked. Basically, can you come with me? Can you come? Back from the people?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll kind of grab. Is it okay if I just grab your arm? If you don't want me there, you can just shove me.
You're good. I'd
Okay.
rather know where
Sorry.
you're going.
You grab his, not even your arm, like your hand, and like kind of gently pull you. Just kind of away from the people. I don't
Yeah,
want it to
it's
be
easy
bigger.
enough. You guys step back about like 10 feet from anybody.
Do any of you know where the old market is?
No.
Everybody else roll a history check, and you roll it at advantage for this one.
Wow.
You said history?
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
What she said.
It wasn't.
Wait, did you roll the same thing I did again?
I rolled a 6.
Oh,
no.
okay.
It wasn't as high a DC for the rest of you because more native. Old Marketplace is slang
It's because I don't have
for
a
basically any place that they couldn't immediately identify post sanitatum. It just means they didn't immediately know what it was. They called it the Old Marketplace. It could be a courthouse. It could be a amphitheater. It could be just a noble's house. Like, it
So
just
asking
means...
someone would not help.
No, like, probably...
I'm kidding.
The village I'll refer to this one as the same thing.
Yeah.
But it means you don't know what type of terrain you're looking for. In fact, asking somebody is probably your only option.
I
Does
point.
anybody know where the old marketplace is?
Not with those history rolls.
I point to just a random person that's. You there! Where's the old marketplace?
It's a human. He's probably like 17 and had been sitting there with kind of like a sullen, like I'm not enjoying this look on his face. As soon as you call him, he jumps and he goes, "What?"
Where's the old marketplace?
The other side of the road.
Which way? Point. Thank you.
Like, there's one main road.
Isn't that
he
where
goes,
the Reapers are performing?
No, the
Okay.
Reapers are performing, in this case, like, the other side.
New
Okay.
marketplace.
He points back towards the village, but, like, to a different corner. So there's a crossing.
Appreciate your assistance, friends. And it's that way.
And he just kind of stares at you until you guys, and then you get the distinct perception. Although you don't know how to identify it if you found it, so you might want to ask a follow-up.
Can you describe what it looks like?
There was a jail!
Alright, thank you.
Then why do you call? Never mind.
You don't have time.
Strange people around this area. Anyway.
So yeah, I'm bolting. I'm running that direction.
Do you, what?
Hold, like, I'm still holding his hand. We'll see how
I'm gonna
this
say
works.
he slows you down quite a bit because he's
Yeah,
just
that's
not
fine.
going to.
That's
and
fine.
you take long steps, and you guys,
I can run as well.
you guys can run.
Can I ride on the dragon's back?
Yeah, I was actually friend Branna. This would seem quite irregular, but would you mind, just in the sake of haste, that I just picked you up?
Yes?
I,
You would mind?
do I need to roll
no,
a
I
strength
wouldn't
check?
mind, sorry.
No, it is well within your capability. He fireman carries you, like grabs you, and,
Like over the shoulder?
yeah, and sort of takes off. You had seen when she asked you for help, she did reach towards one of her bags. I'm gonna say yes,
Yeah.
because so you also know that she's assumed that she's planning to compensate you in some way. So
And as soon as we get to where I think it is, I actually pull it out.
okay, you easy enough. There is a large building with an archway. Kind of at the end of that road, like off to the side, maybe like 100 yards outside of the town. So
Okay.
they've kept it a distance, but it's pretty. You can see kind of what it is. It's the only building that's right there, and it doesn't look very tall. So you guess that it's half kind of underground, and this is the top part of it. And then, so you pull out.
I pull out a bag of gold and I kind of just dump it on the ground, and I pull out the note that I got and I kind of show it to everyone and I say, I had planned to be at Weary Soul's first watch, but I cannot carry on the Kestrel's business. You will hear from me soon. Learn all that you can from those you encounter. Be transparent. Be grateful. I got this note from my my new mentor that I was supposed to meet here. I got a message that's magical. I think in my head.
Quick side note. Sorry, just quickly. Transparent, be grateful. Be transparent, be grateful is what she signed her last note off with. So like, you do know that might not be immediately relevant, but it's just a reminder.
Yeah. I got like a magical note in my head that said someone took, I think it was her, by the old market, and she couldn't hear or see anything, and she thought that it had maybe been a day, and so I was hoping. I'm not very good at finding where people are. I don't know how to do any of this.
Someone is in danger?
She probably, but I don't know how to find her.
Didn't we have no time to waste?
The old mine.
I mean, you see the building. There's the it is half underground, so there's like this archway that you only see like a little bit of, and there's steps that are leading down.
Would I see any traces of anyone?
Roll a perception check.
I'm also looking.
Go ahead.
Can I give her advantage, or should I roll myself?
No, not right.
Okay.
Not just at this moment, because you're very much separate.
That's fair.
20.
20. There has definitely been someone through here within the last 48 hours, you know for sure. You would guess sooner than that. You're not currently experts on that, but yeah, there's somebody who's been through here, maybe even a couple people. It's hard to say.
Was there like a scuffle, or does it look like they're just...
There's no evidence of a scuffle immediately outside where you're looking, like in the close to it.
Okay.
If she said that she can't see anything, what are the odds that she's in this building?
I don't know.
It is a jail.
Mm-hmm.
If she specified old marketplace, and this is the only old marketplace that they have here, and y'all said something about there being people here previously, very, very recently, then I'd recommend we just at least look.
Can't hurt.
Sorry.
To the jail then. Sorry.
Yes.
So you guys
I'll
head
leave it
in?
in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see up ahead of you is, well, some of you see, there's a little light. You can see kind of around the corner, and we're going to take a break.
Okay.
We'll be back soon.
Yeah, we'll be back. Give us like 5-10 minutes.
We'll be right
Can I just pause
back.
this?
You can put it... Oh, I didn't put up a slate.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Jason.
Well, I mean, I can add one in real quick. So, let me-
Welcome to Tech Support with SCNS Live.
I don't know how to technology.
I'll do
To the
it.
jail. That's what he says in Legally Blonde.
Oh, there are people in our chat.
Yeah.
No. Hello, everyone in our chat.
Hello to the chat. We're going to come back and we're going to probably read over some of the stuff at break and just see what's up. And
See what Octavia looks like when she's having a panic attack.
you said Octavia, right?
Octavia, yeah.
So Octavia's having the panic attack.
Yes, only
Just checking.
Octavia. Just her. I'm fine.
She is quite high strung.
Oh, she's
Extremely high-strung character. Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay.
Is it paused?
Are we paused yet?
The stream is? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't either.
I mean, the stream will still be showing us going, but our
Like,
mics
are
will be
we
off
muted?
and it'll be asleep, so.
Well, that's...
Is it
Ideal.
obvious that we're not visible and muted?
Yes,
yes.
That was fucking dope. You guys
Oh
rock.
my god, this is great.
I am definitely like... I'll get my timing a little bit better, but I'm trying to make sure you have plenty of time to interact with one another and things don't constantly interrupt you while still keeping a pace to it.
I think the timing's actually working pretty well. I think
I
we're
like it. It's fun. I also really like Rock. He's hilarious. need to do sound checks again?
No.
No. It's just a button. I know there was a button.
I don't hear anything now.
Well,
I don't hear anything now, if it helps.
I bet you can hear it now.
There we go.
I mean, she even responded to Mia, so she can hear us.
Okay, well.
I'm saying they're not anymore now.
Oh, how old is everyone?
Can we?
Huh?
Like, your characters. How old are y'all?
Oh, Alibroth's like only in his 20s.
All of them look pretty young, but you don't. You
You
might
don't.
not be able to nail down.
But
you know
Dragonborn are like put into adulthood far faster than humans. It's like age 6, you're now an adult.
Yeah, she, like, coming out of adolescence.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you described her as lanky and like,
Lanky, but with a little bit of baby fat.
yeah, I was like, oh,
Your sound.
oh no.
And
But you did not remove the slate.
No,
I did remove
the
it.
slate
Oh,
is
there we
removed
go.
now.
Oh, we're all up.
We're back.
yeah,
Hi, welcome
I actually
back.
looked at the chat, so all right.
There are people.
Hi,
Here, apparently.
folks.
Hello
Hope you're
to
enjoying
everyone.
this.
Hi there.
If you are people we already know and you could drop who you are in the chat, that'd be great. If you're new to this stream, then welcome. We're happy to have you nerd out with us on a Saturday afternoon. Very excited to be playing in person again. We're all vaccinated
It's been too long.
and past the time where we couldn't
Yeah.
hang out, so we've been very safe about it, and we took a 1.5-year hiatus to make sure we were safe about it. But we're back.
It was hard on
Oh,
everyone.
and thank you so much for the sub.
Yes,
by the way.
thank you.
Very, very much. And thank you for the tiered sub. I think that I don't know what that means.
They have tiered
But-
how much they pay, and you have different rewards.
Well-
We're gonna get better about some of the some of the streaming stuff. We're gonna get better about what they are. Like maybe I don't know if we're gonna make emotes or what we're gonna do, but we're going to get better with the.
I'm handling the
The
website
benefits.
stuff. We need somebody to work on the stream stuff.
You have maybe noticed that we're not super active in replying to the chat. That is to try and maintain some more in character stuff, and we're looking for mods low key. So
Yeah.
But we
Not a
do
few
love
weeks
you
and
all.
You'd be interested, like
Just
Let us
mostly
know.
banning douchebags.
Yeah.
banning douchebags,
Have there been any?
participating.
No.
Oh, good.
It's not any like heavy moderating, but like if you want to, could be fun.
We are accepting applications.
Yes.
Please,
The pay is the typical American intern pay, so no pay.
Ouch.
That's rough.
We're told that's fine.
you can
to
reach
do.
you can reach out
Paid
to
in
us.
experience.
I like that Cass's hair was like being hidden by her other hair.
That's called peekaboo.
Yeah.
Peekaboo styles.
I knew that.
It's so boomers don't call me out. I wouldn't care except I have a job where I have to cater to people.
Mm.
That's genuinely the only reason.
I just stopped caring.
Yeah.
All right. There is.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have.
So,
Not everybody has minis. Okay.
yeah, not everyone has minis, and I'll tell you.
I'll just
like,
leave
the
mine over
first
there then.
part is just kind of role play ish. This is where you guys come in, okay? And I forgot to bring the columns. There are a couple of supporting columns, like here and here. Okay. Alibroth. He looks so good.
He
Like, I'm
does.
very impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the rest of you get a different from the other ones looking dice. So we have a D4.
So that one looks
clear-ish
kind of like
is me.
Rani.
That pink one is Octavia.
And the sparkly rainbow.
I need to cover some
Branna.
costs for
These
minis or
two
something.
might be.
It's our
No,
3D
that's fine.
printer.
She has gold letters.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
very white.
But I'm hoping to have.
Contrary
working.
to my character.
I'm hoping to have her done.
I've had Al for like a year.
I'm the darkest one and have the lightest colored dice.
So you walk in here. The
I don't know. He's green. And black.
I mean, technically, I do.
No, I don't. Oh wait, do I get dark vision because I'm a green? I forget.
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Dragonborns don't have dark vision.
Some of them do, but I know I
have
don't.
dark vision.
What a loser. Just me.
Okay, but it doesn't. For right now, there is light, and it's coming from. There's like a pillar here, and it kind of comes out, and it's coming from here, from the very corner.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming you kind of all.
There's a light. So we entered in
You entered in here,
this way. Okay.
and here, although I didn't make it. Those who have dark vision can see a door,
Okay.
a big, heavy jail door. Or some
Okay.
sort.
But there's a light.
There's a light coming from around like a little pillar.
Okay. Yeah.
Here.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Are you guys like right behind her? Are you a little behind her? I guess who's carrying you probably.
No, I put.
Put him down.
Yeah, I put him down.
Okay, so that's close enough. It doesn't really matter. When you come around the corner, there is a little raised platform, and you can see now there are like manacles to the wall like everywhere. This is an old school jail. That's kind of why the room appears to be so big. There's some of it is in crumbling and a little disrepair, but it's still pretty sturdy. And you come around, you see this raised platform, and what looks almost like a throne, like a giant chair with a high back.
Big chair.
He is a
And-
person to figure that out.
Huh?
I think I figured that out just as a person. If this is a jail and it's a special chair.
I actually didn't until last night, and I planned it for way longer. But there are manacles on the chair, and there is a skeleton manacled to it.
Does it look like a Kalistar? Skeleton?
You have no idea. to you.
Okay.
You've never seen
What
it alive.
is that word?
But it looks old.
Okay. Well,
It's
that's
aged.
good. She was
There's no
kidnapped
flesh
yesterday.
on it. There's no clothing on it. Like it's a skeleton, like a medical.
Is there
skeleton.
anything alive in the room?
You can't see anything right now. And the skeleton, one of his hands are turned up, and on the crook of one of his fingers is a massive key ring with probably 100 keys on it.
That's a lot of keys.
And
We'll grab it.
behind
Wait.
him, there are some words.
Let's do it.
It says, "Not all tests are puzzles."
I hate this already.
And as you grab it, you guys hear the sound of almost like stone forming.
That's cool, but also.
What was that?
She's the only one who could see it. Have you lit up something with your...
I was about to look for a torch or something, or something flammable.
There are some.
Oh wait, don't I have? I got some equipment here.
Yeah, I have a torch.
Looks the same to me.
Yeah, I light up a torch. Also, I offer Ronnie my tail.
For what? What?
Just
Does your tail have a light on it? Like a
no,
Charmin?
because
I'm not Rani.
I'm sorry, not Ronnie. Sorry,
Branna.
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 I offer Branna my tail just because
Well, this is.
I'm starting to wonder like why we kind of brought Branna in here.
Does seem very dangerous.
That is weird.
we've brought a handicapped person into a
And
dungeon.
I'm blind, not deaf.
I don't mean to offend you.
the skeleton, as you grab the keys, just by the... naturally falls forward. And I need everyone to roll initiative. Cora, can you track their initiative?
Yes.
Let me.
Filling with multiple.
I have a +4.
You have an advantage.
Yeah, and I'm super glad for it because I just rolled a nat 20, which puts me at a 24.
Oh god. So me is at a 24.
I got a nat 20.
This is the first... Oh!
Nice.
This is the first roll I've made.
What did you roll, Cass?
I rolled a 4, so 8.
Cool. I rolled a 7 total. Jason. Cool. We are on a.
You didn't even need it to be that good. It could have been like a 16.
3.
thrown all
What
over
is
the
with my
bar.
dice tonight? I needed my metal dice.
I'm
That's
sure
why.
glad I don't
my
have
number
dark
is
vision
15.
and can't
Okay.
see anything.
I'm writing that down.
Put just a 1 at 13, wherever 13 would be. Like, that's me. And just put 1 for reasons that will become evident.
Okay. And I'll put that down. Okay.
Yeah. So, Mia.
Yeah.
Mia.
It would be Mia 1, Cass, me, Jason.
Okay. So, you hear the stone scraping, and then you start to hear like these skittering noises. And it sounds almost like something you can place, but maybe not quite. You can roll a perception check if you want.
13.
18.
20, not natural.
18.
3 of you, it sounds like spiders, but like heavier somehow than spiders. And Cass, because you have dark vision, you can see now that like there's a big lock on the door, and you
Okay.
can also glance around and see that this opening appears to have 100% closed off. And
Do I see any living thing of any kind?
Other than us.
because you rolled initiative, you hear it, and I'll say this is before initiative starts. You hear it for a few seconds.
Okay.
And as you're kind of looking around,
too.
Yeah, I do too. Like, in addition to everyone else.
Mm-hmm. From you're kind of looking around, and then you get this awful feeling, and you look up. And as you look up,
No.
bam! Purple spider.
No.
Right next to me?
Right next to you. And it lands, and it stands there for a second, but you still hear skittering noises.
Do I have
that's not great.
one thing before I do anything else? Or are we
Maybe, what
already?
is it?
I would like to point at it and cast True Strike, which just me. Okay. I don't think so.
No, nobody got a surprise on anybody.
Bummer.
Maybe the spiders, but
No, they didn't get a surprise either.
There was a light source behind
There is a
that
light source.
Is it
you
lit up?
have dim light, I will say, from here to like here. So you can see, and I will say also, because you lit a torch when we came in here, there are sconces on the wall. You could maybe shed brighter light. You'll have to move over there first.
Oh, okay.
But you see a place you could put it and light up the area. Does that make sense?
Got it.
And then you'd have like a berth around the door area. Mia, it is your round first.
Oh, I got another nat 20.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
On the one hand, cool. On the other hand,
Natural 20 does hit.
Yeah,
Actually.
let's see. So,
I would hope so.
how would I do damage on that?
You shot an arrow at it, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
Whatever your dice roll for that is, and then you double the dice roll, and then you add whatever you have on top of that.
What is that? 4. Okay, so 8. 12 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage for a first round. The purple spider, after taking a hit right through his eyeballs, all of them,
every single one of them.
immediately just shrivels. But it is also clear that it was a very hard hit.
Yeah.
And I go ahead and roll me a dex save.
Fantastic. Oh, I mean, well, 9.
You take 1 point of necrotic damage. And it would have been. Do you do anything? You don't have anything else you can do. Do you move at all? I will say you do have bonus action and movement. You can potentially grab the torch and put it up if you want, but that's up to you.
I will do that then, because
You will
otherwise
have to
I'm not
move,
gonna be able to see.
close, but this thing is shriveling very fast. So there's no reason to think immediately threatening to move in this area.
I see.
So would it be right here?
Yeah, like right there.
Okay.
I see the strike. Excellent strike, Octavia.
And
Sorry,
hang on
what?
one
No?
second.
Ronnie went.
Oh, sorry, Rani. God, I need to get my name
You
right.
can say Octavia if you want. She's
Well,
going to
you
have
got-
that exact reaction.
You got hit.
You hear
Excellent
in
shot,
your
Ronnie.
head,
Okay.
you just hear. Have fun.
Well, that
That's
doesn't
it.
sound pleasant.
She was on her.
And
Oh, well,
then
still not unpleasant.
that's a 2. So that's it.
What's wrong with you? We're just offering, just kill this spider.
Yes, that's good. Good. Yes,
And
good.
1.
You good?
Not long after.
You sure?
Victory is ours,
immediately
friends.
after, 2 more show up.
Fantastic.
We have a blue one here, and white one shows up here.
Oh,
Oh, playing.
And one of them, it took all his movement and everything to get over there. The other one is going to try and lunge at Alibroth.
oh.
And has advantage because they're flanking, obviously.
I will just point out I'm not holding on to your tail anymore.
Okay, that's your choice.
That's a good call.
Mostly because I'm hearing the shuffling of battle, Might be a good idea not to be holding your tail when you decide to like run for something, and I'm still attached.
I'm glad you've made that decision.
That will be
Like move on with the arrow over the cliff.
22 to hit.
A 22 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it got me.
He got a natural 19.
Oh.
Yeah. That is 1 point of regular damage and
Okay.
1 point of ice damage.
Okay, then.
Um,
Do not like.
the other one doesn't get a turn. That's all they do on their turn. And, yeah, who's next?
Cass.
Alright. So I can see that they are flanking Alibroth. Can I run to right here to get catty corner with Branna so I can be flanking on the white spider?
You can, and you can angle it to where you don't take like an opportunity attack from the other one. You won't run in and then out of his range.
Cool. Awesome. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab my, I actually also have a quarterstaff, and try and hit this white spider.
Take a swing at advantage. Now that you're close to this spider, you can see, like, there are white spiders.
Yeah.
This one is the tiniest bit translucent. Like,
Okay.
it doesn't seem like a
So
natural
magic, something. 16 plus 6 for a 22.
That definitely hits.
Okay. 6. So that is 9 points of damage.
Okay. It's evident that it was a big hit.
Okay.
He's maybe even like death's door,
Okay.
but not quite dead.
Okay. I actually looked at my bonus actions, and it says I can take an unarmed strike.
You're a
which
monk,
is
yes.
Powerful.
That level 1?
That's what it
Yeah,
says.
as a monk.
Okay. Then go for it.
Still at advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. That is not quite as good, but still a 20 to hit.
Yeah,
So it's a D4 plus 4, which is 6 points of damage.
She is dead.
Yes. So she, just kind of hits it real hard on the head, and then realizes what she just did and kicks it.
There you go.
It takes you a second to realize you have a set of keys in your hand still.
Ooh. Did I hit it with the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you punched it and you had the key ring, but you're fine.
Yeah.
You punched it, the key's kind of, and you're like, oh!
But I didn't damage the keys in any way. Okay, good.
That's more
But
important.
there are like 100 of them.
Yeah.
So it's pretty heavy. And, yeah. Who's next?
That would be me.
Okay.
Can I hear?
You can hear, and because they are so close to you, you're fine. You won't roll at a disadvantage for attacking them.
I'm going to take out a dagger and I'm going to stab at the blue one.
If you roll a crit miss, you might poke Alibroth, but other than that, like, you're fine.
I mean, that would be pretty in character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Also, the
Right.
only one of us, I think, that's been damaged by another player character.
Your butt is saved, but not by much.
Is that it?
That's
I
a 2.
see.
Yeah, that's a 2. 6.
That unfortunately does not hit. You swing and
This dice is
you
going
come
away.
very close, but it's clear you missed just maybe the bulk of it, and legs kind of pulled back. You hear a whoosh, and it kind of had reacted, but like didn't quite find purchase. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay, so we're back to
Next is Jason.
Jason.
All right, that
Yeah.
I drop.
Squoosh it.
Let's go. 12.
12 is exactly what you needed.
Okay then. 1d plus 4. A foul creature. And
That is correct.
9 points of damage
9 points
with
of
the
damage.
warhammer.
It kind of pulls back and it's like, and it did not like that, and it looks badly injured. It is bloodied. But
I don't get any bonus actions, so.
that is accurate. You can move if you want. You will take an attack of opportunity if you move out of its range.
Oh wait, I do get a bonus. I'm not going to do it. Never mind.
What is it?
No, I could have cast a spell, but never mind. it's not the one I want.
Okay. Is it the top of the round?
Yes, it is back at the top of the round.
So at the top of the round.
You see the baby?
At the top of the round, you hear more skittering and 3 more white ones show up.
Oh.
One of them goes here. One of them goes here. And one of them goes
Situation.
here. And I'm going to have them roll disadvantage because they're so crowded up next to each other for attacks. But they all do try to swing. Oh, the first one is a 13 to hit you.
Yep.
Okay, dope. The second one is going to take a swing at you, or a swipe. They're using
Bitey bite.
bites for the most part.
Thingies.
And that is a natural 20.
Motherfucker.
So,
You got a natural 20 on then. You got a natural 20.
It is a white spider, so it does do 5 points of damage. It's a natural 20.
Yeah.
But you do not notice any other effect. It would seem the white spiders don't have special abilities.
Well,
And you
that's
two at this point notice the translucency. And then the last
That's
one's
creepy.
going to take a swing at Alibroth. And it is a 5 and a 13. Does a 13 hit you?
Nope.
Oh, actually, this is why would it take
Shield.
a 5 anyway, 'cause disadvantage. So he takes advantage. I'm gonna roll one more because he's flanking him. I'm gonna roll just a straight
natural
roll.
20
Nope,
on me
5.
with disadvantage.
Yes.
That's some
Damn.
bullshit.
Oh.
2 nat 20s.
That's
So-
terrifying.
Nope, that doesn't hit you. He takes a swing at you.
I was gonna say, what are the odds? But it's the same odds as the snake eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had 2 1 in 400 odds.
Right
That's
for us.
crazy.
I don't know
Although
if that's
rolling
good or bad.
2 if you're doing disadvantage doesn't negatively affect you.
Yeah.
So it is unlikely, but it also doesn't make a big difference. So that is their turn.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I was rolling at advantage.
Oh, then yes, it's the 1 in 400. That's their turn. Back to the top of the round. It is your turn.
Alright, 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay, then the one that just hit me really hard.
Yeah.
Revenge.
12 points of damage. I rolled max damage on this one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. He shrivels up and dies. Who's next? Is it one? Is one next?
Yes, one is next.
Okay. So next,
Ice boy.
2 more show up. You're
Yeah.
starting to get a feeling.
No, I already was.
Okay, but I'm gonna say they are far back right
Okay.
now. Not that one. Oh wait,
Oh, wait on that one.
actually yes, that one.
Oh.
One of them has an orange tinge,
Oh no.
and
Sorry.
the other one is not. And they're going to use their action to dash, but they won't get a turn. Yeah, probably here. I'm starting to feel very crowded in with spiders that come up to about your waist.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like where this is going.
I think it's
Oh, but
me.
the ice one is still going to get 1 attack. So one of them attacks. That is a 22 to hit. Alibroth.
Really?
Yes.
Crap.
I know, right? So you take 2 points of damage
Okay.
and 1 point of ice. So 3.
Okay. This is not going well. All right.
Not so far. And that's
First-
their turn.
Cass, it was your turn.
All right, so I am seeing several spiders, and I'm going to.
And you hear skittering.
I do
More
hear skitter, and so I am starting to feel a little bit crowded and overwhelmed. I'm going to try to. Can I do this yet? No, I cannot.
You're level 1. Can't
Um,
do nothing. Nothing.
Disengage as a bonus. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna run to the door and I'll take the attacks of opportunity.
I will say they seem a little dumb.
Okay.
So, like, they're not going to take reactions on you.
Okay.
They're not going to get actions, bonus actions, and reactions,
Right,
while
right,
most of
right,
you
right,
don't
right.
have bonus actions.
Okay.
So you
yeah,
run to the
I'm
door.
running to the door. Can I do a quick check just to see if I can see which key goes to the lock? Or
You can.
I can.
You can do the check.
Oh, I can do the check. Okay. Perception.
Yes.
That's a natural 19 for a 24.
Okay. So, you can tell the type of key that it is,
Okay.
which takes about a third to a half of them out of rotation.
Okay.
So that's huge.
Yeah.
But you can't discern the specific key.
Okay.
But you're just like, oh, it's a skeleton key.
Okay.
Hey.
That was not a
Oh.
yes to skeleton key. Ha. So you know, like, and because you're a monk and because you have dark vision, I'm not going to make you like sort through them
Okay.
as part of it. So just you disregard them; they stay there.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Then I will shove the key that I think it is.
okay,
Possibly.
so I will tell you now
Yeah.
that you're trying keys. This is going to be a cumulative total. So like a natural 20 would still be very, very good.
Okay.
But there's a total number
Okay.
that you're
Yeah.
trying to get to, which I'm going to roll to find out what it is. And then divide it by 2 or 3 depending on how high I roll.
That's me nervously playing with my sock.
This is okay, and you can try the first key.
Okay. So what am I rolling now?
Just roll a d20 at your dexterity modifier.
6.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
If you roll a 1 or 20, it will affect him slightly.
Yeah.
But even the low rolls do help.
Great. Good.
And
Glad they do.
I'm gonna say that you use your bonus action to do the check.
Okay.
But on future turns, because you're a monk and you're special, you have bonus actions, so you can try 2
Okay.
if that's all you're doing.
Okay.
Wait, I can't math. Hang on. Okay. Okay. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Who's that turn?
That is me.
Go ahead.
Take a stab at that.
I'm going to take another stab at the blue
Yeah.
spider.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, that's better at least. 12.
That's what you needed. Go ahead and roll
Fuck
damage.
yeah. 4 points of damage.
That's all it takes. This one shrivels up,
Yeah.
squeals, and you notice that the other one has kind of, well, you don't notice this. All you notice, the other one kind of disappeared after
Okay.
you killed him.
The others
Which
or other
tracks.
ones?
The other
Oh.
one that they killed,
Oh.
the other 2 that you've killed, disappeared. Like video game respawning.
Yeah.
Just gone. But you've also seen them do damage.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Scream.
yeah. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
Is that orange one going towards Octavia?
Yes.
It's too close. Okay. Roll for attack and
Wait, can you reach the orange one?
oh,
With all those whites in the middle.
Oh. But
17 to hit.
17 hits.
I cast Guiding Bolt
Ah.
at first level.
Oh,
I say, Bahamut's Rage!
Get him!
What kind of damage is going on?
I'm about to show you.
Radiant?
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
All right, that's that's 4 d6s. I'm
Roll
sorry.
the hit first.
Yeah.
He rolled.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. You're right.
9, 12, 15 points of radiant damage.
You guys, for the first time, see and you hear crackling of magic as Alibroth raises his hand and kind of peeks it from beyond the shield, and you see his hand curl towards the spider, and you see a bolt of bright, like, yellow light with kind of dragging out, like the Shimada Bros.
Nice.
And I yell, "Bomb its rage!"
And just envelop the fire spider. And it is dead. Is that your turn?
That's... Oh, wait.
Do you want to move?
Hang on. Wait. Crap. I had it here. As a bonus action,
Oh dear.
I cast Healing Word.
Is one of those a cantrip?
Hang on. Nope, that one's not a cantrip. Wait a minute. That's a spell. If I do that, then I'm done.
You do have your movement. And I will say, roll me a perception check. This is against you.
12.
9.
You notice that he seems very certain
Capable?
where he's swinging.
Hmm.
That's all you notice.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem crazy like...
How many hit points do you have?
Left or in general?
Left.
Daredevil.
Yep, 8.
Eight.
Okay. Never mind then. My action's done.
Are you going to do the whole...
I'm gonna move over there where Octavia is and watch her back as oh no, I gotta get past the spiders though.
Yeah.
I'm going to say because you are so large, I will allow you to step over them because they
Step
are
over your
short.
bros.
I'm going to protect her while she's looking for keys.
Do you want to move? If you move here, you will take, I'm going to say 1 attack of opportunity. If you move here, you won't take any, but you also won't be as close and as helpful.
I'll take the one that does not give an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Then you
So
aren't
at least I'm kind of there
Yeah, definitely.
to stop any from getting to her while she's jangling with keys
And
on a
you stay
ring.
within all their range, so there's no attacks.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
That's it.
Alright, that brings us back to the top.
Okay, Mia, it is your turn. It is not Mia. Anyway, it is your turn.
11.
Oh. You reach out and shoot, but like there's so many of them. There's so many legs in the air, and it's you see, yeah, you see Branna right behind them. And you're like, what if I? And then you panic and you miss. Very close.
I
Run.
almost shot you.
Wrong, completely unaware.
Yeah, just sitting there like,
Humdy-dum spiders.
And is that you probably don't have a bonus action yet, right? Do you have bonus action or movement that you want to take?
Oh, that's right, I do. I will. Actually, don't want to move very far while you're jangling with keys.
I will say the handle is on this side of the door, and like it's a pretty wide doorway, but it's here, so you have some leeway. You wouldn't be reaching like if she's not headed that way, she's trying for the other one.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah,
move
that's
over one step next
That's
to
fine. That's good. Is that your turn?
you. Yep.
Yes.
Not
Yeah,
anything else
right.
like
Yep, next is 1.
Okay, so one of them is going to come over here, and you're going to get an attack of opportunity. So go ahead and roll if you want.
Please squish it.
Just for your hammer.
If it's an attack opportunity, it's going to be a two-handed one.
Okay.
So, 14.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh, that's going to be 12.
Dead. That one does not move that fast. Okay, so of the ones that remain, one of them's going to attack you, and one of them's going to attack you. And they're not enough that they will roll a disadvantage. One of them, crit fails.
Yeah.
And that was... Who did I say first? You. So
I just step on that
you.
one.
Cool.
And the other one is a natural 20 with the same dice. So that's, yeah.
Better.
Well, it's not a big deal. Like, probably.
Can I cancel it because I'm a grave cleric?
Nope.
No, that's not a thing.
That's not this campaign.
Well, wait. The spider is over here, though.
Well, this one
that one.
to you. This one
Took a
took
swing at him.
Oh,
a
great.
him.
That is
Got it. I'm paying
real low
attention.
on damage, though. That is 4 points of damage,
This is not going well.
but it does not have any other effects. The
Okay,
white
then.
ones.
How's my favorite dude?
Not too good.
Okay.
2 being the choice word in that sentence.
Like on a scale of 1.
That is their turn. I'm gonna go ahead and say all of you have 1 healing potion, by the way.
Okay.
1. Regular. They
Oh,
were
I could've brought
gifts
my
from
little thing.
different places. And you may have stolen yours.
Oh yeah,
But
probably.
they were gifts for the other ones of you.
Sometimes
One
it'd
was
be
from
like
your
that.
temple, one was from your monastery, one was from your dad.
I
It's very old, but he thinks it will still work.
I got something for it, so.
Mine is from the old man that I buried.
Probably. And you're like, why didn't you take this?
What the hell?
And that is their turn. Who's next?
Alright, after them it is Cass.
Gas. Go ahead and, if you're doing the same thing,
Yes, I am.
go ahead and roll. Add your
9.
dice. 9?
Yeah.
That's not awful. And
Thank
then you bonus action,
Roll again.
try again.
12.
That's
Just
a pretty good turn, actually. Hang on, let me math. I'm like, is this too easy? Is this too hard? You can't tell yet. Everyone's up right now. And that's your turn. I will say.
What are your max hit points?
11.
Their presence feels comforting. You almost feel like if they could surround you, that maybe you could concentrate better.
Okay.
And maybe even roll your attack at advantage.
Yeah.
Your action at advantage.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to convey that, but this is you have free action to do so.
Yeah.
I will say that the most comforting is the one standing right in between you, like next to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say,
Pretty wind boy.
Ronnie, could you help me out, please? Maybe, please?
Ronnie's already up.
Oh, no, I thought you said this one, right?
That gives you the most comfort. You
Gives me
feel
the most
protected
Oh, okay.
because they're standing in between you.
Oh, okay.
And the
You
spider.
feel like if you had that on more angles, you could concentrate better.
Yep. I don't even know how I say Branna.
Eh?
Could you get hello, so here's my voice.
Do you think you understand what she's saying, or
Could
no?
you come here if you can?
I will say it's pretty open between the two of you, other than the spider,
Yeah.
and you would have roll a perception check. It's not a high DC on this one.
13?
You have a pretty good idea where it's like exactly what the path would look like to get there if you desire.
Okay.
Okay. And that's your turn. Whose turn is next?
My turn.
Okay.
I'm going to make my way over there.
Okay.
I will incur an attack of opportunity from the
Yes,
spider,
we'll
though.
incur 1, and I'm gonna go roll that. How much movement do you have?
I have 30 feet, so 5 squares. And that's diagonal. Okay.
Does a 10 hit you?
No, actually.
Okay, you're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I would get, like, behind her.
Behind her. Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be the easiest.
So you hear, like, is chompers chomp down on itself like it misses, and he probably is going to have a toothache.
I kind of wince to myself, but I know that he hasn't gotten hit that much. And my monk bros taught me that when people get hit a lot, then they die.
Did you write it down?
I
Die
did.
when they're killed.
No, you heard him chomp at himself. Like his snapshot on nothing.
Exactly, but like I am aware that when you pass something that it attacks you, but I know if you get attacked a lot,
I
then
will
you die.
say you
It
can
doesn't get
attack
attacked
and
a
then
lot.
move if you want to.
Okay.
So if you want to take a swing at it before you go over there.
Yeah, I'll do a quick stabby stab at it. I will not do a quick stabby stab at it.
You're like, no.
You
And then
will
you
do a
just
quick
take
stab,
off.
stab, maybe in the general direction of
Behind
air.
it. Is that your turn?
Pretty much, yeah. Yes, that is my turn.
And next is Jason. Yes.
Next is Jason.
Jason,
Okay,
it's your turn.
I look over at Octavia and I say, let's hurry this along. And I touch her shoulder and say, Bahamut, guide her! And cast...
Take a step forward if you need to touch her.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I step over there towards her then. Okay. As I do it, I touch her shoulder and cast Guidance as a cantrip. Add a d4 to your ability checks.
Okay, Alibroth, does a 13 hit you?
No.
Then
And
you're
also,
fine. You take
as-
an attack of opportunity, but he doesn't hit.
As a bonus action, I cast Healing Word on myself.
Guidance is a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Guidance is a cantrip.
So then, yeah, go ahead and roll for healing word.
What was it? What am I looking for?
I only know because Laura wouldn't be able to cast it 18 times every session.
I'm sorry, Cure Wounds.
I
Sorry.
know, and now Spark.
Cure
all the
Wounds is
time.
not a bonus action though.
Cure
Oh, no,
wounds-
no, that's right. It's not. It's Healing Word. Sorry, I was
It's
thinking.
okay. It takes a while to get used to.
Yeah. 1d4 plus 7. So
It's a d6. Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah.
D4. Is that a d4?
that is a d4, and I rolled it. Wait.
That's a D8.
It's the
This is
triangle.
a
Sorry, sorry.
Pyramids are hard.
It's the Lego piece.
It's all a scheme.
It's the worst.
Please let the number be
thing to
high.
step on. Oh,
All right, it's a 2, so I regain 9 points of health.
So Alibroth, you've noticed looking kind of like he started to stoop and looking very weak. He touches your shoulder and you feel stronger, and then he immediately straightens all the way up,
Oh, I'm back at full.
and
Nice.
he looks reinvigorated. And you see his wounds start to close up.
And
Is that your turn, or are you gonna move on the other side of her?
keep in the way. Who, me? No, I'm standing here. I'm still in the way of the spiders.
Okay. It's the top of the round.
Top of the round.
Mia, it is your turn. Which one are you shooting at?
The one closer to me.
Okay.
So this way. And that is 13.
13 hits.
10 points of damage.
Hey.
Yes. This one disappears. That was the top of the round though, so hang on. I feel like
Maybe the spider
apologizing to you guys, but like that's the way
This is
it
the whole
goes.
thing, is that there are a lot of spiders, huh? Yes?
Huh?
There are a lot of spiders?
There are a lot of spiders.
There's a
that
lot of
you know
spiders.
for sure. 3 more show up.
I've had this exact nightmare.
Me too. A lot of this
Oh,
is
no.
based on my nightmares, including your thing.
I'm sorry.
No, yours that I told you.
I know that I'm saying I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Because
We'll talk about that later.
fantastic.
2 of them, the white ones, it seems like the white ones are not as powerful.
Special.
So they can use everything they have and get up to you guys, but they can't attack. The purple one is going to take a swing at Alibroth.
No.
Yes. A bite. He's going to take a bite.
He'll swing with his teeth.
That is cocked. That's a 20, not natural 20 to hit. It's a 20 hit.
At least you just healed yourself.
Oh! But he only does 1 point of damage and 1 point of necrotic.
Hey!
Hey.
So, 2
That's not
points
bad.
of damage. And that is,
That would have killed you if you hadn't healed though.
that is
Mhm.
their turn. And this one's going to move, but also not take not attack anything this turn.
Next is 1.
No, they
Or,
went.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's my bad. They went. It's your turn.
Rolling with guidance.
With guidance, you
Don't feel that comforted, maybe?
feel comforted, but you feel like if any more show up and fill that gap
Yeah.
on the other side, then you won't. So you can roll your action with advantage.
Okay. Okay. 17?
Okay. 17, and that includes
Thank you
guidance.
very much. It does.
Okay. Hang on. I feel like just that strike was like a quarter of the whole total, or maybe even a third of the whole total that you ever needed. So it feels like that key. You're like, I'm getting so much closer. Like there's not that many left.
This one with the green nail polish on it was like almost there. I'm assuming that's how the jailer marked
Yeah,
his
and
keys.
some of them are leopard printed.
Yeah.
Those fancy keys.
One of them had a little unicorn head on it.
Oh my god. Does not look classy. But you know.
Okay, bonus action.
There's going to be one big square one that has Nemo on it.
That's great! 22!
Hey!
22. Wow.
22 Skidoo?
You see there's only like maybe 2 or 3 keys left that it could be.
Okay.
So it's not open.
Oh no.
But
hey,
like, you
Elmo
feel like,
failed me!
No, you feel like that turn somehow, and I'm just gonna fudge it and say that you tried like 8 keys in 6
Yeah.
seconds. Like nope, and you knocked out most of the remaining ones.
Okay.
And that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna stabby. It's my turn. I'm gonna stabby the purple one.
Do that.
He's a scary boy, and I don't like him. Oh, hey! You were a better dice. I rolled an 18.
Yes, and you get like sneak attack, right? Don't always have sneak attack. Does it start at level 3?
It says I have sneak attack, but it does not give me the parameter.
It's 1d6, I think, at this point.
An extra for 1 hit with a finesse weapon. So yes,
Are you using a finesse weapon?
a dagger is a finesse weapon for D&D.
Seems very comfortable with the quarterstaff, but also daggers
Oh.
and swinging with the daggers.
I'm mostly using a dagger because I forgot to put the quarterstaff information on my sheet. So
It's also in there.
It's also not a finesse weapon.
I didn't
It is
realize
for
daggers
her
were finesse
because she
weapons.
has to use it all the time.
Oh, okay.
that's interesting. 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. It immediately it starts bleeding purple blood everywhere. It is still
Disgusting.
alive.
Disgusting.
Yeah, but it's super gross. But you know that if you can
Disgusting.
kill it, that it will disappear. So who cares?
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yep. Because I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna give that thing a chance to chomp me.
Okay. Fair. Fair.
Not that it's.
So Jason, yeah?
Yeah.
Jason, it's your turn.
So they're pretty close.
A little bit.
Oh, do you want to mention anything about how you were feeling about how safe you were on your turn? Sorry. Like, basically, if anything threatens you from that side,
Then I won't have
then you
advantage.
won't have any kind of advantage.
Yeah.
But you might not need it.
But
You
I
don't
also
know.
don't want to have him incur, at this point, 3.
You notice that they don't all
They don't all
tend
do
to
that?
react. He might incur 1, but it seems almost like the same mind might be running them.
Okay. Then yes, I would mention, maybe come to this other side and I can feel like you're supporting me.
And you realize, like, if anything comes
I
from
can't
here,
say it.
she would feel threatened and maybe not be that protected.
I can move after my turn, though.
You can move during your turn. You can move before it. Or
Well, I
you
don't want
can
to give
take
any
a swing
attack of
and then
opportunity.
move.
Oh, I'm not about to take a swing.
You're gonna take 1 attack of opportunity.
I'll
if you
move after I do something. Though.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna need those 2 spiders to make a saving throw. 8 plus my Constitution modifier. The 2 right in front because
The
I
2 white ones,
yeah.
or the white one and the purple.
the white one and the purple one.
Okay.
So let me see. My Constitution modifier plus my proficiency bonus. So +3, +2, +5. So
It should have a spell DC on there. Like it should just say.
oh, it's 13. Sorry.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving roll of 13. Beat a 13 for those two guys there.
13, and I'm gonna have the purple one make it at disadvantage because he took a very hard hit.
Good.
So the purple one roll. That's good. A natural 20 and a 10.
Okay.
10 doesn't save, right?
No.
And the other one rolls a 16. So.
Okay,
the
so
other
that
one
one beat
probably
it.
saves.
Okay. I look around everyone. I do apologize, and I spray poison.
Nice.
And let's see, 2d6.
Yo.
Oh, damn. That's 7 points of damage.
So the purple one heals over. Because of the disadvantage and because of your breath weapon, and you get the feeling that that was the one who was going to take the opportunity to attack you.
Okay.
So maybe you won't take them now.
So now I'll move over there and protect our monk from that side.
Dope. Oops,
Wrong.
that's the wrong thing. This one was here.
Did you?
Yeah, that was fair.
Yeah,
I'd love
don't
to have
know.
a spider protecting me on that side, but I don't think that's how it works.
Get a familiar. And you feel very protected. Back to the top of the round.
And afterwards, you see me just kind of go like,
It was
disgusting.
slightly ashamed of himself.
it's disgusting. I apologize.
So then you see.
I don't like seeing you pick up that bag.
That's my favorite.
You see an orange one drops directly down, and it's not going to change anything about how safe you feel, but it is going to take a bite at you. You feel safe
At me?
for the most part, but he just dropped down from nowhere
Oh.
because he gets the surprise he's going to make noise. Gotcha.
On
who's he making the
Octavia
attack
or
on?
Rani?
Octavia.
Okay,
Uh,
understood.
yeah. They seem real dumb, but not real dumb.
Dumb and not
Like,
dumb.
you know what I mean?
Like they know who they're supposed to be targeting.
Mhm.
And that's about the
But
extent of it.
that is only a 9 to hit. So he, like, on all the excitement, that one takes a lunge at you, sees the acid and reflexively recoils and misses. So that, but it's their turn. No, it's the top of the round.
Yeah, top of
it's
the
your
round. Yeah.
turn.
It's time to get the spider killer back out.
20 to
Rani,
hit?
it's your turn. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
What?
20 to hit.
Definitely hits. Which one are you swinging?
Well, I don't know because
The
I'm
orange
surrounded by them. The orange one is
was at
probably the
top of the
biggest
round.
problem, right?
Yeah.
So I'll get the orange one, and that's gonna be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage immediately. It drops. It's not dead yet, but it looks very hurt, and it lets out a noise.
Good.
And you, as you slice through one of its legs with your arrow. Did you shoot an arrow then? Is that it? Or just checking. Okay. So that is your action. Are you going to stay there?
I'm certainly not moving anywhere because not only am I surrounded on that side, but I'm also trying to shield.
That makes
Octavia.
perfect sense, but I just have to ask.
Yeah.
So that's your
And
turn.
I don't have any other bonus actions.
Is it?
It's their turn. One.
So it's their turn. Okay.
Oh wait, no.
Go ahead.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Change my mind.
Okay. So they are. This one is going to move towards Alibroth. It will take an attack of opportunity from you.
Mm.
So I'm gonna leave it there until you
Stab it.
try.
Stab it in the face.
That is a natural 19, so it will hit.
Okay, so you try and look around the glowy. It was a natural 19, you said?
Yeah, natural
dope.
19. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points of damage on that one.
It is on death's door, and I'm going to say it doesn't get to move as far as it wanted to.
Good.
No, I'm not, because it needs to take the attack. So I don't know. Anyway. So it is going to move. It is going to roll. They can all attack one of you. So this is Alibroth.
I don't like this.
That was a crit fail.
Nice.
This one is you. That was a 2. I'm not rolling that dice anymore. Like, I don't want them to kill everybody, but it's ridiculous. That one was a 3.
Wow.
On a different dice.
Man, these spiders.
So you rolled
It
one.
wasn't this one. I rolled this one because it's good to me.
So wait, you rolled
Well,
1, 2,
I'm
3.
gonna
1,
be-
2, 3. I swear
Very.
I have yet to fudge a roll.
Take.
And then there's one more.
I didn't take the bonus action to heal myself, so I'm super glad it missed me.
That one's a 2.
What
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
I will take that.
I'm rolling my garbage dice in the mix, but still,
Yeah.
one of those was one of my best. And just nothing. Okay, so they all take a lunge at one of you, and they all whiff. And you hear a muffled from the other side of the door. And that's their turn.
Amazing.
Well, it's my turn now. Yes.
Which one
Yes.
are you taking?
After-
The
After you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it yours?
It's your turn first. I'm very
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
I have lost track.
One more time with feeling. At advantage.
yeah, advantage. You didn't need it, only 2.
Okay, good.
So all of a sudden you hear the door
Let's go!
is open. Are you going to take your movement and go through?
I am.
Okay. So I'm gonna just say, for the sake of the story, that you get out of the way, like
Yeah.
so they can
Yeah, yeah,
pile
yeah, yeah.
through. Yeah. So you are out, and yeah, you see her open the door.
We'll follow.
Okay, and I'm going to take us out of initiative now. Upon the door opening and her going through, the other spiders shrivel and die instantly without any provocation. You guys all pile to the other side of the door. Congrats!
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
1, 2,
wait,
3.
before,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna grab the torch out of the bracket that I put it in
Okay.
and bring it with.
That's
fair.
a really good call.
That's a
I hadn't
really
even
good
thought
call.
of that, but like, you will need it.
That was very smart.
Yeah, I won't be able to see if I don't bring that with.
Okay, and we are out of initiative. You guys survived. This was the first one with a lot of variables, and I was very scared because I didn't want to kill anybody the first session.
We're okay.
Okay.
Physically, but are we mentally? Absolutely not.
No
Too many
point have I
spiders.
missed, no.
Not doing great. So, you tumble in the door, kind of falling all over each other. Alibroth having to be very careful as he almost stepped on someone.
Nope. Very delicate.
That
Very
could
delicate.
aim someone from
Yeah.
I literally could kill you
how
by
big
falling
he is.
over.
And you walk to the other side of the door, and you kind of, or you walk to the through the door, and you peer through. And now, with the torchlight, you can see that like you're in like a 10-foot by 10-foot like room with another door. It seems almost like, you know how jails will have
Goes
two different,
closing.
kind of like that. but
Close
even
that door.
before that, like it has a back room with everything. They would lock that door, but they'd also lock a door closer for
Yeah.
like cells. It's like it's that kind of situation, and the torch as it fills the room. Anyone who doesn't have dark vision, make a perception check. And you go ahead and make a perception check as well.
21.
22?
Dope.
10.
Okay. Actually, it wasn't a crazy high DC. You hear some shuffling. You hear footsteps, and you you see reflection
Oh.
on humanoid height.
She sat
eyes.
down. That's right.
Okay. And you see a figure who's about sitting in a chair, so you wouldn't know humanoid, I guess, yet. Sitting in a chair, arms crossed, feet up, looking towards the door. It is someone of very pale, nearly translucent white skin with dark, dark shadows all around their eyes. And you guys walk in, he's sitting back here, and he's like, "What is it, is with you people? And, oh, nobody can die. And he walks forward. And he looks at you. He's like, hello. Would you like my little message?
I didn't love it.
Oh, I'm not going to make it.
I'm here to help the people of this country. Who are you, and why are you messing with?
Ember. That's for sure. And he looks at you and he's like, you are a very interesting little band. I was gonna leave before you got here, but just couldn't resist. And he looks at Alibroth and he's like, you're a big fellow. And he snaps his fingers and all of a sudden you're staring at a mirror image of you. Everybody make an Arcana check.
I rolled a 13.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
15.
You have heard of spells that disguise someone as someone else. And you know that they have to be within a certain range, height range. There's not. This guy just went from 5 foot to 6'8". That's not right for disguise self. Like, it's not disguise self. It's something else. And he's like, my name is Alibroth. I don't like using acid. It's disgusting. And laughs to himself. And then he looks at you and he's like, you. I was going to leave before you got here, but you're traveling band of freaks. I couldn't even help myself. And he turns into you. And you're staring at yourself. And he's like, you got a decent read, But I got the fear. And I didn't see the anger till now. That's interesting. It's like, what does disappointment look like? How are your parents? Are they proud of you? Roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'm visibly uncomfortable.
I am also visibly uncomfortable.
That is weird.
Yeah, it is.
14.
14. He's like, I don't think they feel that way, surely. Why do you care anyway? He kind of giggles to himself and he's like, I just can't even. He's like, can you float?
Yeah.
He turns into you and he appears to be levitating. And all of a sudden, that looks so much like Stitch, that's alarming.
Yeah.
Sorry, the cat looks
I
just
appreciate-
like our cat.
As another quick aside,
Freaks
your
me out.
face went from happy cat to terrified, in 2 seconds.
That seems like Stitch. He appears to be levitating, and he's like, I like the breeze. That's interesting. And he changes back into you, and he's like, what about admiration? Did you really think you were going to meet Ember today? Do you know how rare Kalishtar are?
I can't look at him. I can't meet his eyes.
He mimics your expressions and will take little moments in between to laugh at what he's feeling, what he's seeing. It's clear that he doesn't need anything but what amuses him. And he's like, anyway, well, I was hoping she'd be here, and then I heard her student, and I was like, how hard could it pretend to be a low-level sort of elf? I'm glad we did meet in person. I was actually just kind of hoped that you'd take care of this for me. I wasn't allowed to kill you, but I'm kind of glad you made it through. Guess this could be entertaining, and the rest of you could come in handy.
What exactly are you getting out of this?
It's like, it's not about me anymore.
What
It's something.
are you?
You guys can all roll just a straight intelligence roll.
Oh, actually, I rolled nice.
Hey, that's a nice roll.
16?
You have
18.
not so much. One. You're like, I don't like this weird ghosty people.
Yeah.
You guys have heard of changelings and have heard of them being very pale skin and often black eyes. And though you haven't had time to discuss it, you know they can disguise themselves beyond the range of what disguise self looks like. They can change voices, they can change. And he's like, it's not really about me. It's about who we are, but don't worry about that unless you survive. And you guys hear a scuffle like towards the door. And he's like, well, this has been so fun, but I'd best be off. I'd hate it if you caught her before I did. And he snaps his fingers and he disappears. You guys see, no, you hear from about like, it seems like a decent distance at this point. Toodle-doo! And you may know that he used Dimension Door. And so you guys hear some commotion. What do?
Do we hear it from more inside the building or more outside the building?
It's you with your dark vision. It looks like it would be where the door on the other side of the thing is.
So more like in.
No, the outside of the building, but maybe around that door. They might be trying to come in that door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The door that closed behind us?
No, the other door.
Door
Like the
leading out.
far side of the door. Like you're in this little holding area,
Uh-huh.
and you can see the other end of the building because you're the dark vision.
Oh,
It's not that far
It's
away.
not a big building.
And you hear footsteps coming closer to that door, and you hear some shouting.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Is there a lock?
Nope, it's not locked.
Okay, fantastic.
That was a risk. It wasn't locked.
I'm gonna open.
Okay, you open the door, you guys pile out, and all of a sudden, from the front door, about 5 or 8 of the people in the Veyer's uniform, guard uniform, show up, and they look around at you, and they go, Octavia, Branna, Branna, Rani, Alibroth. Yes?
Yes?
You all are under under arrest for the murder of Rock. And that's where we're gonna end this week.
Wait, no. Hold on, what?
No!
That's where this session ends. They say Rock, the owner and the barkeeper at the Weary Souls. The Weary Souls.
No!
What?
That's where we're
What do
closing
you
out
mean?
this week.
When's our next session? When is it?
2 weeks.
We have an alibi, kind of, sort of.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this new campaign of D&D. Please follow us and subscribe. SCNS Live, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all of it. And we set our individuals at the top. So we will see you in 2 weeks starting at 3 o'clock, and we'll see what the heroes do next.
Okay.
Toodles.
Oh
Just hit the D Twitch button.
It's the stop button, right?